Producer, singer, songwriter, Kylie Dean.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please welcome Girls Gone Bible, Angela Halili and Ariel Reitzma to the stage to lead us in an opening prayer.
Thank you, Jesus. Anybody here love Jesus? That's right. Yes. God, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for today. Seriously. God, we thank you. We thank you that your will always prevails. Thank you, God, that it's your will. Your kingdom come, Lord. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven, in America as it is in heaven, in the life of President Donald Trump as it is in heaven.
And we just want to take a moment and honor President Donald Trump. We thank you for your relentless love and devotion you have given to this country. And we bless you and we bless your beautiful family. And if we could all just bow our heads down to pray. Father, we thank you. Lord, you are truly everything. Your name is above every other name, and apart from you, we can do nothing. Spirit of the living God, may you be glorified in everything that takes place today. May we humble ourselves in your presence, Lord. All glory to you. And may we come together in this room and pray for Los Angeles and those that were impacted by the fire. You are the God that redeems, and that is with us. God, bring restoration to this situation. Lord, we thank you for choosing President Donald Trump as a vessel for your nation. As he carries the great responsibility of leading your people, may he rest in the knowledge that you, Lord, are the one who goes before him, and you will never leave him nor forsake him. I pray that you would protect his mind and you would guard his heart. I pray that you would place a shield around our president, his family, and upon this nation, that when opposition comes his way, may you provide angelic protection wherever he goes. May he stand firm in knowing the Lord is his refuge in whom he can trust. For it is written in Psalm 91 that when we trust in your name, you will order angels to protect us wherever we go. Lord, we pray that it would be your power and your wisdom that would guide every decision and be the foundation of this nation. I pray that it would be your spirit that rests upon President Donald Trump, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and the fear of the Lord. Yes. Father, I pray for an outpouring of love and healing and unity over this country. For your word says that you can have faith that moves mountains, but if we don't have love, it means nothing. Lord, would you soften the hearts of your sons and daughters? Would you make us more like you, that we can love each other as you have loved us? Lord, I come boldly to the throne of grace, and I pray for a revival in this nation, that we would get back to the heart of the matter, and that is you, Jesus, the Prince of Peace, the one who humbly laid down his life for us and calls us to lay down our lives for one another. May that be the very foundation of this nation. President Donald Trump, we say that you will succeed and America will yet again prosper. May you manifest in the brightest of colors, and may your reign be righteous. In Jesus' mighty name. Yes! Yes!
Second Chronicles 7:14 says, "If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and I will heal their land." We call on the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and we pray that you'd heal this land and the people who inhabit it. Lord, I ask that you would release your power upon this nation. I pray this country be washed by your blood, your precious blood. I pray that a holy fire would rain down to produce a move of purity and holiness in this nation. I pray that eyes would be opened and salvation would sweep across America. I pray in Acts 2 outpouring of the Holy Spirit and a mighty move of God to take place in America like we have never seen before. Jesus is the lion and the lamb on the same day at the same time, powerful enough to raise the dead with a spoken word and humble enough to wash feet. I pray that this would be the heart of America, powerful beyond belief, more powerful than any adversary, and with a true heart of humility to serve one another and provide for the poor, care for the sick, and bring justice to the oppressed. In Matthew 25, Jesus says, "For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. Whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." I thank you, God, that this is not just a moral religion or a cultural belief, but this is worship of and relationship with the crucified and risen Christ. There's a throne in heaven, and it's not empty, it's occupied. The worthy is the Lamb that was slain, but he is standing. Jesus Christ sits on the throne in heaven, and he is completely unmoved by any sort of political power. You can't elect him, you can't impeach him. He is the King of glory, the King of glory, and he is worthy of your praise. So, President Trump, we set the name of the Lord upon you, and we declare that no weapon formed against you will prosper, that every tongue that rises up against you in judgment will be condemned. And if God be for you, who can be against you? We bless you, President Trump, in Jesus' name.
Please welcome to the stage.
What's up, everybody?
American musician and singer-songwriter, Kid Rock.
I gotta show you this. AOC is taking the inauguration really well, it seems.
Well, we are on the eve of an authoritarian administration. This is what 21st century fascism is starting to look like. Republicans really model themselves after Orban's Hungary. And so you can look to see how Viktor Orban runs Hungary to get a taste of how they will try to...
She keeps saying hungry and taste. It's just making me hungry.
...govern and control media and companies in the United States. And this is kind of an entree to that. As far as what we do, you know, this is a time of experimentation. A lot of people will still use platforms, can still use platforms, but I also look towards places where you have more ownership as well and develop your audiences there. Like Blue Sky, you own your audiences at protocol, decentralized protocol, newsletters, email. Well,
everyone, start a newsletter. Yeah, she's losing it. Here we go. Kid Rock. Kid Rock at the inauguration rally.
89, my thoughts were short, my hair was long. Caught somewhere between a boy and man. She was 17 and she was 5 from in between. It was summertime in northern Michigan. Come on!
Let's take a look at some of Trump's day one executive orders. Begin deportation raids. Number 1, declare national emergency at the southern border. January 6 pardons. Deep state purge. End Biden's DEI directives. Roll back limits on offshore drilling. Your head will spin when you see what's going to happen, said Trump. This is day 1, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow at noon, Donald Trump is officially the President of the United States of America once again. That would be nice, Kimba, but everyone's already forgotten about that.
Washington, D.C. and play a little rock and roll. Hey, we were trying different things. We were smoking funny things. Making love out by the lake to our favorite song. Sipping whiskey out the bottle. Not thinking about tomorrow. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long.
Oh, Stroman, you know this is driving liberals insane. Liberals are probably all out, like, doing retreats and meditation. Fucking psychiatrists are probably having a good weekend and are gonna have a good couple months.
I have but one question for you. Is MAGA in the house tonight?
How do you guys feel about TikTok being banned for 12 hours and then unbanned
bring it back up,
by Donald Trump
we're going to bring it all the way
somehow
back.
before he's even president? Next up is Hulk Hogan.
Now nothing seems as strange as when the leaves began to change. Or how we thought those days
Kimba,
would
can we buy
never
stock in online
end.
psychology companies? I wish.
Sometimes I hear that song.
I wish we could buy stock in
and I start to
psychiatrists.
sing along. You think, man, I'd love to see that girl again.
Strowman, TikTok wasn't banned long enough. Needed at least a week.
We were smoking funny things, making love.
Most of you, so cringe, don't care, don't use it, don't care. Merchant Ben, oh yeah, Trump's gonna be here. Yeah, this is a rally. Trump will be here. I'm pretty sure Vance will be here for some speeches.
We were smoking funny things, making love out by the lake to our favorite songs. Sipping whiskey out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Singing what? Sweet Home Alabama.
So allegedly, the pardons for J6 political prisoners are already drafted, and Trump plans on signing it tomorrow.
Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long.
I do think it's funny that everyone who logs into TikTok today will receive this welcome message. Thanks for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the U.S. So all the lefty liberals on TikTok are going to lose their fucking minds.
Hello, everyone. I love you all. I know you're having a great time at the Kid Rock concert tonight. Quite frankly, he's amazing.
Maybe Trump won't be
All
here.
of you in attendance are the true backbone of our great country. Hardworking, God-fearing, rock and roll patriots. Bob is truly one of the greatest entertainers of our time. Let's all continue to love one another, fight for our God-given freedoms, and most
Trump
of
was
all,
gonna be here.
let's make America rock.
Or is this just like a sound he's been using?
Let's make America rock.
I'm confused.
Again.
I don't know.
We the people, in all we do, reserve the right to scream, screw you.
Yeah, okay, Trump will be here.
Wear your mask, take your pills, that will hold you.
That was just, I think that was just a sound that Kid Rock uses at his concerts now.
But Coleman's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does the media embraces.
Sure enough, I hope they just make Kid Rock sing and dance until the inauguration. 24 hours of Kid Rock. Kid Rock dance, monkey dance. Where's Roseanne?
Inflation's up like the minimum wage, but that BS is about to change. Check the stats, stop throwing stones, and straighten up, sucker, cause daddy's home.
Yeah, Kid Rock's never really been the best. Let's be real. Valentinius, this kid has some flabby arms.
We all bleed red, brother, listen to me. It's time for love and unity.
Onus, since that midget died, Kid Rock hasn't been the same. No shit. When did Wee Man die? Oh wait, no, Wee Man's still alive. Who was the Kid Rock midget? I completely forgot about him. Joe C, that's right. He died in 2000? Oh my god. How is Wee Man still alive? Joe C, that's right. I forgot about Joe C. Damn, died 25 years ago. Yeah, Joe C. In a tossing accident? Oh.
Now I need somebody. I need anybody.
PBS, I don't think the delay on YouTube feed's that long. But maybe it is. I think it's different for different people. But Twitch is definitely usually a few seconds ahead of YouTube. Onus, Wee-Man sucked the soul out of the fat guy in Jackass. He's immortal now. Maybe. I believe it. Alright, is Kid Rock done? No. Yes?
If there's
no.
one thing I want you to take away from this show tonight, it's not a t-shirt or the ringing in your ears from your favorite song. No, it's that for a couple hours, we lit it up and threw it down like only a group of good-time, hard-working Americans can. Because when you call this place home, you shouldn't take this flag or its freedom lightly. And you know, like I do,
that's true, Matthew McKinnon.
the only reason
most presidents never get two inaugurations. Trump is only the second president to get
the
a second
ultimate price
inauguration.
for our ticket. Those who put their necks on the line to watch our backs, day in and day out, from sea to shining sea. And not a day goes by when we're not reminded that the only reason any of us can do what we do is because of the courage of those who care enough to leave their homes behind, who head out to make sure they come back to a country as great as they left. And they don't give a damn about what went down in a voting booth on election day. They're fighting for what goes up on that Main Street flagpole or in the hand of a kid at a 4th of July parade. You see, they don't care about red or blue on a map. No.
Wait, why did Biden just say I'm not going anywhere?
We must hold on to hope. We must stay engaged. We must always keep the faith in a better day to come. I'm not going anywhere.
Huh? You're not leaving, Joe? Is this an insurrection?
I'm not kidding.
Miles from theirs. Here's a salute to those who aren't looking for a hand, to standing at attention for those who deserve all of ours. Here's to a program that was born free and brought to you by the United States of motherfucking America.
Midnight riding in my old two-seater, rolling down the boulevard.
Trump coin nearing all-time highs. It's currently at $73 a share. All-time high 75. This is insane. This opened at 20 cents. What, 2 nights ago? That's $72.
Radio saying take a walk.
Everyone has lost their fucking minds. But good for everyone who's in it, though.
Feeling like, got me feeling like, and go wide open, it's a pedal down kind of theme. A little bit of Motown smooth, a little Memphis blues, a sweet emotion that's raining all over me. Give me that heart, give me that soul, give me that heart, give me that soul. American rock and roll.
Snack, it depends if Kid Rock and his team want to copyright it, but I won't have to pull the stream if they copyright it. I can either like mute this part of the stream, or YouTube actually has a new thing that they've been testing that works pretty well, that they can somehow pull the music out, but nothing else.
That's how it ought to be. Being young in the land of the free. Yeah, she's got me feeling like.
Yeah, that's true, Libertarian. Live music doesn't usually get struck. What'll happen is later, like tonight or tomorrow, I might get a copyright notification about the stream. It would be cool if Kid Rock and his team decided not to copyright anyone on this, but you know. No, Libertarian, you were right. It usually doesn't happen live. It happens later after it's uploaded.
Give me that heart, give me that soul, give me that heart, give me that soul. 3, 4. American rock and roll. American rock and roll. And go wide open, it's a pedal down kind of thing.
Sat Rack, let me copyright you on the riffs I stole from Skinner and Metallica, right?
A little blue sweet shoes, a sweet emotion raining all over me. Give me that heart, give me that soul. American rock and roll. American rock and roll. American rock and roll. Give me that heart, give me that soul.
Are they trying to put everyone to sleep?
Give me that soul, give me your soul, give me that heart.
Apparently, Vivek Ramaswamy's out at Doge.
American rock and roll.
You want to hear some reeing? Some liberal rees?
What have the mental repercussions of Donald Trump being the 47th president been?
I'm personally here because I had a mental breakdown after Donald Trump won.
It's devastation. It's absolute, complete devastation to people's mental, emotional, physical, and psychological health. People are dying as a result of Trump being elected. There are people dying by suicide because they don't want to live in a country where their rights are not respected and them as people are not seen as people, but rather than objects of that should be eliminated.
It's a downward.
But they're eliminating themselves.
Impact. It's not good.
My biggest worry right now, honestly, as a mother of a trans kid,
I really worry about their rights. Like my sign says.
Like my sign says.
Only says all men
My
are
sign
created
says it,
equal.
so it's
And
true.
I really wish that would change for the whole country.
I wrote it down on a sign, therefore it's accurate.
Can't do with our bodies, and no uterus, no opinion. I definitely don't feel like women are treated equal in society, and I'm definitely worried about, the right to an abortion and birth control being taken away, but I also recognize that as, a white woman, I have a lot more privilege than a lot of women in this country, and there are other women that are facing a lot more of their rights being taken away, like trans women and women of color. So I come out here to support them as well, and just try to keep fighting the good fight for as long as we can until we can get our rights in the Constitution.
I literally broke down in tears, and several of my friends cried as well. It's scary. I mean, a lot of my friends are nurses, and
I have a mental illness, and I'm scaring myself.
I think that the people that are in support of it are probably in support of it for the wrong reason. They want cheaper eggs and gas and milk.
It just was really difficult to wrap my head around the fact
Do you not want
that
cheaper food
half of
and
my
milk
country
and gas?
didn't even think that
This
women,
alongside Kid Rock
transgender
jumping up
people
and down
gay
is quite
people
funny. This is
and
quite humorous to
people
me.
of color should have basic rights.
And talk to me about that, to expand on that a little bit more for me. How are women not treated equally in society?
I mean, I think it's pretty just day to day the way that men talk about women, and I mean,
How do
we've
men
never
talk-
had a female
Women
president. I think
do
that
nothing but talk shit about men online all day, every day. If that's the barometer.
that kind of speaks for itself.
Now, can I ask you what you guys think of the march?
What do we think about the march?
What do you think about the march?
Bunch of idiots and murderers.
We just came to get on down and
Yes, PBS. If you talk about women, that's you literally denying their rights.
give it to me now. Let me hear you say yeah. Come on and say yeah. Rock on. Where my people at? We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And if you think that's worth fighting for, then say fight, 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 fight. Woo-ah! Got you all in check. Love someone.
Joe Knox. Gas went down 20 cents since Kid Rock started this set.
Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Lynn says this is more a party and a celebration than a rally. So far, yeah. And I think that's what most of this weekend has been for Trump and Trump's team and most of all Republicans that went to D.C. Yeah, it's been a party. It's celebration time. America is back. There might be a little bit of exuberance if Trump coin is at $73.5 billion in less than 2 days. It's massive. What time does Beyonce perform? Democrats are still waiting for Beyonce to show up at a Kamala rally. They were promised.
Please welcome to the stage Puerto Rican singer and rapper, Anuel AA, and American singer and songwriter, Justin.
Well, first off, I want to thank President Trump for having us here. I speak on behalf of all the Spanish community. I'm so happy that everybody, the whole Spanish community, it wasn't that like we just spoke and they really voted for they didn't win for no. A lot of people went against us once we spoke for Trump on Trump's behalf. And I'm so happy now that they saw the results and that everybody ignored a lot of attacks that Trump was receiving. Everybody was trying to dirty his image, and all that was in vain.
Trying to dirty his image like a trash island.
The Spanish community, we stood tall, we stood together. Now we have the strongest president of all time taking care of us. I know this 4 years is going to be one hell of a run. I know he's going to do a lot of great things for the whole Spanish community. Especially, we're going to make America great again. I just want to make this super clear. Trump is the strongest president that we ever had, and I'm just happy we in good hands. There's nothing better than to have a strong president taking care of the strongest nation in the whole world.
Hello, America.
Libertarian
Hello,
Prime.
Washington.
CC.
So you're probably wondering what these two Puerto Rican artists are doing here.
Kind of.
Well, it all started in Georgetown, Pennsylvania, during the president's campaign, where we showed our support to the president and made sure our Latino community came through and showed lots of love to Mr. President Trump so we could get that W. I'm glad to be here just like everybody else up here. I always say I love President Trump because he's not a puppet, you know? I love that about him.
He's not a puppy.
And this was my first time voting for any president in the United States, so...
Wait, how did you vote?
You know, first time voter, so... I'm glad I give that vote to Mr. Trump, and me and Anuel AA are here supporting. Que viva Puerto Rico, and let's make America great again!
Congratulations, President Trump.
Please welcome to the stage, recipient of the National Medal of Arts and Academy and Golden Globe winner, acting legend, John Voight.
John Voight actually looks pretty good for his age. How old is he now? 86?
Hi, everybody.
86 years old.
What an honor. What an honor it is for me to be up here in front of you
He is Angelina Jolie's dad.
men
Yes,
and women
yes, he is.
who've all come here to celebrate the greatest win of all time. The greatest win of all time. The victory we were all fighting for to save our country.
Walt Disney looks better than
our
Biden,
democracy.
but come on. That bar is pretty low.
And I'm so grateful that I'm able to say that Donald J. Trump is the 47th President of the United States of America. And now he will make America thrive again.
He is older than Biden.
He will make America great again, safe again.
Biden's 82. Voight is 86.
And we, the people, will honor our flag again. The red, white, and the blue, and for which it stands, one nation under God, with liberty and justice for all. Donald J. Trump fought hard to save this country, and now he will bring God back to our nation's truths. He will make her thrive again. He will save the greatest country, America the Beautiful. I'm proud to call the President of the United States my friend. Our friend. My hero. Our hero. A man who never gave up on the American people. And we, the people, never gave up on him.
Angelina Jolie and Dad John Voight are not on good terms.
Donald Trump.
I guess following his comments on her divorce.
And may God
nothing to do with
watch
politics.
over him,
I assume politics has something to do with it.
And may he be sworn into the White House with the blessings of the Almighty. God bless everybody. It's great to be with you. Much love. I love you.
Please welcome to the stage Senior Advisor to President Donald J. Trump, Stephen Miller.
Stephen Miller?
In just one more day, just one more day.
Hello, we see each other. Hi.
Goodbye, Joe Biden. Goodbye, Kamala Harris. Goodbye, Democrats. And hello to the golden age of America, and welcome back, Donald J. Trump. It's been 4 long years.
Certainly has.
It's felt like 400 years. 4 years of weakness.
This bald guy is tanking
4
Trump.
years
Oh,
of
God.
humiliation.
The longer he
and
talks, the more it
embarrassment.
drops.
4 years of persecution. 4 years of inflation, poverty, incompetence. 4 years.
So it hit
of
75 and
betrayal.
went directly to 65.
4 years.
It's just a dip. By the
of
dip.
wide open, undefended, unprotected open borders. But tomorrow, at 12 p.m., that's all going to end. Because After 4 years of fighting, after 4 years of struggle, after 4 years
Buy the dip is not financial advice, by the way.
After 4 years of trials, we are now at the dawn of our greatest victory. And each and every one of you shares in this victory. Your hopes, your dreams, your sweat, your sacrifice, your devotion, and those of millions of patriots around this country has delivered America to this moment where we can proudly say that the 47th President of the United States is Donald J. Trump. And the Vice President of the United States is J.D. Vance. America, ladies and gentlemen, is about to become strong again. It's about to become proud again. It's about to become free again. And it's about to be a country that is respected by every other nation around the world. They're not going to kick us around.
Okay,
They're not going to abuse
Buy the
us. They're
dip.
not going to
I suggest
exploit us,
guacamole.
because they know
or a good
if you
queso.
mess with America, then you're going to have to deal with President Donald Trump. And Donald Trump will never apologize for this country.
Catnip. I did not get it on the Trump coin, unfortunately. I could have. I first saw it at $2. I posted it in the Discord at $5. I thought $5 was insane. It went to 10. It went to 20, 27. I woke up this morning, is at like 70 fucking 2. It's insane. It's madness.
America first.
But whatever. Everyone wants to lose their minds. Go for it.
Let me remind you of all that transpired to arrive us at this moment. The Democrat Party and the radical left did everything in their power to try to put President Trump in jail. They lied about him, they framed him, they smeared him, they defamed him.
Yeah, it's at 60 now. It is.
They indicted
this
him.
This
is
quite the red candle.
To take away
Someone's
his freedom,
selling.
to take away his family,
Someone big is
to
selling.
take away his business, to take away your voice, your future.
That's rough.
To take away your hopes, your dreams, your
if
government,
this doesn't
your
bounce
country.
back soon, it could just kind of keep petering back down.
Donald Trump nearly lost his life.
I wish I could short it.
Butler,
I don't think I can short it, though.
And then
I would
again
short
a few
it. I would have
weeks
shorted
later.
it at 70.
And no matter what they threw at him, no matter the danger, no matter the horrors, no matter the abuse, no matter the corruption, the persecution, no matter how much the broken system tried to stop that man, he would not be stopped. Because he has always been fighting for you. He has always been fighting for all of us. And what is that going to look like come Monday afternoon? It's going to mean an executive order ending the border invasion, sending the illegals home, and taking America back. It's going to mean the eradication of the criminal cartels and the foreign gangs who are preying on our people. And it's going to mean justice for every American citizen who has lost a loved one to an illegal alien. It's going to mean justice for Laken Riley. It's going to mean justice for Jocelyn Nungary. It's going to mean justice for every precious soul stolen from us by Joe Biden's open border. Accountability is coming. Justice is coming. The whole federal bureaucracy is about to learn that they don't work for themselves, they work for you, they work for President Trump, and they work for the American people. We are about to get our country back and our democracy back. And we are about to have a government at every level that is fighting for you, your family, and your future, lowering the cost of living, lowering the cost of health care, defeating inflation, getting criminal thugs off our streets and behind bars so that our kids can live in safety. We're not going to walk over piles of needles to take our kids to the park. And we're not going to let the radical left indoctrinate our children into believing there's 435 genders. Because President Trump knows there are men and there are women. And it is not up to you whether you're a man or a woman. That's a decision that's made by God, and it can't be changed. So I ask all of you to embrace this moment for all it represents and everything it means. It's about the triumph of the everyday citizen over a corrupt and broken system. Over the last not just 4 but 8 years, the MAGA movement has been fighting against every single force that has been decaying, destroying, and decimating our society. It's been fighting the corrupt special interests, the corrupt foreign governments, the weaponized bureaucracy at the FBI and the DOJ and the intelligence community, and it's been fighting a political class that cares only for itself. And they were so sure they were going to beat us. They were so sure they were going to stop Donald Trump. They were so sure that they were going to crush this movement out of existence. And yet, here we stand today, and MAGA is stronger, more powerful, more united, and more determined than ever before.
The sell-off has begun.
Trump is about to save this country, and we are about to live in a land where once again, the dreams of America's sons, the dreams of America's daughters, the dreams of America's moms and dads are the dreams that will power and propel this country, this government, and this future. So I want each and every one of you, and I want your families, and I want your children to take this opportunity
of course, zero about
to
ending
feel
the Fed
pride
and its criminal IRS,
and the joy
right?
and the exuberance in knowing
this isn't sus at all. Honestly,
we
like,
still control this country.
this getting to 75 was insane. Everyone lost their fucking minds. This should be at like $2.
Our champion, Donald
maybe $1.
J. Trump.
75 is crazy. This is actually what should have been happening for a while.
Please welcome to the stage journalist, political commentator,
about
media personality, and host of The Megyn Kelly Show, Megyn Kelly.
For standing out there in that weather and all these hours to get in here today. As Stephen Miller said, we have 20 hours until our long national nightmare is over. We're almost there. By the way, Stephen Miller, if you like what Trump did at the border, you have that guy to thank in large part. That's the guy. He's the magic behind the man. And he's back, thank God. Him and Tom Homan together. Oh. The goodness, Scott Pressler, good to see you. The goodness that is about to rain down on us after Trump is inaugurated
this is
tomorrow
Megyn
is
Kelly.
already starting.
You don't know Megyn
I've got
Kelly?
to tell you, I am so pumped up about it. Things are already happening in anticipation of Trump being sworn in, like Facebook and McDonald's getting rid of their DEI programs. Good for you, McDonald's workers. Looking at you, Kamala Harris. Really? No, not really. Wasn't true. You got universities from University of Michigan to North Carolina to all the public universities in Iowa, all the public universities in Texas getting rid of DEI. You have got, yes, you've got a bill.
Matthew, I haven't watched that UFO video
the
yet.
Protection of
Is
Women
it good?
and Girls in Sports
Should we watch it after the rally?
Yes. Now, it passed once before, but this time we control the Senate. We have a much better shot. Still have to get 60 votes to get a vote. We're looking good. You've got a judge who struck down Joe Biden's disgusting changes to Title IX, which has been stopped in its tracks, and it will be killed entirely, those changes, as soon as Trump gets in there. Have no doubt whatsoever. Good things are happening all around the country. Pete Hegseth was testifying this week that military recruiting is already going up in anticipation of their new commander-in-chief. The deal in Gaza, right before Trump takes office, as he said, if it's not done by the time I get there, all hell is going to break loose. The goodness just keeps on coming. I woke up this morning, I was 2 inches taller, a pound thinner, and I had skin like Jennifer Lopez. That last one's not true. Okay, speaking of J-Lo, how happy are you that her candidate
Trump
lost?
take continues.
It's so delightful. These Hollywood celebrities who get up there and try to tell us how to vote, really? I mean, like those celebrities who know nothing about anything. All J-Lo knows about what to do is to ruin marriages. She's an expert at that. Why does she have to try to ruin the country too? So goodbye, J-Lo. Didn't work out for you. Goodbye, Meryl Streep, who showed up at that Oprah event saying, "Oh, Madam President," to Kamala Harris. Madam President. How'd that work out? About as well as her comment that Harvey Weinstein was God. And maybe we should stop listening to her. Maybe we shouldn't be going to her for our political advice. And then you had Oprah herself. Oprah, she'll interview you if you pay her $1 million too. Yeah, so low fee of $1 million to sit down with Oprah Winfrey, apparently. That's what the Harris campaign paid her production company, she says. And for that, you know what you get? You get Oprah yelling at you. Kamala Harris! Why are you doing that? So calm down, madam. Didn't work out for her either. But of course, the fakest person involved on that side of the aisle was the woman at the top, Kamala Harris herself. Thank you, who pretended that she wasn't the border czar, who pretended that she was middle class, who pretended that she was smart. And the American people did not buy it. Every time you turned around, this woman was doing something faker than the last, right? Her fake Jamaican accent, her fake Eastern European accent, her fake Spanish accent. It was like spending a day at Joe Biden's southern border. Non-stop, right? We gonna win. It's not how it went, right? But my favorite was the preacher accent. Joy cometh in the morning. She wasn't wrong about that. It came at about 1:22 a.m. on election night when the election was called for Donald J. Trump. I felt it. I've been thinking so much about Trump, especially today and this week. I know you have too.
It sounded a little weird.
Praying for him, praying for his family, thankful to them. I mean, think about it. I interviewed Trump about a year plus ago and asked him, why are you doing this? You could be in Scotland, you could be at your golf courses. It's because he loves the country. And he wasn't done yet. And we're not done with him. So God bless him and the family for making this sacrifice and doing public service. Same with J.D. Vance and the cabinet members, all of whom need our prayers and support. But I'm also thinking of all of you. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about Americans who got us here. Because the things that Trump is accomplishing already, some of the things I mentioned in anticipation of him taking office, that ball got rolling, yes, with Trump, but also with regular American people who stood up here, there, and everywhere to make a difference in their own communities. I'm thinking about people like Jody Shaw.
Is there a real Melania coin? Is it actually tied to Melania, or is it a scam?
At Smith College. She didn't make a lot of money, single mom, 2 kids. And in late 2020, early 2021, she had it with the DEI nonsense at Smith. So she made a Facebook video and she posted it. And little Jody Smith, who is sweet and quiet and not one to shake the tree, said, "I don't want to be forced to talk about my race at work anymore. I don't want to be told that I have implicit bias because I'm white. I don't want to have to enforce segregated dorms. Please stop making me do this." And Smith unleashed holy hell on her. Smith, this super tolerant college, okay, made it, she alleged later, untenable for her to stay. She got forced out of her job. And I'm honestly not sure whether Jody's fully recovered. So she got hurt. And she got hurt for all of you and for us and for the rest who are at Smith. She's a hero. Jody Smith is a genuine hero for doing this. But it wasn't just Jody. I mean, I'm thinking about people like Andrew Gutman, who had a daughter
Melania
at a
posted it on her
posh
X account.
school on the Upper East Side of Manhattan and pulled her. But he didn't go quietly. He wrote a scathing letter, ripping them to shreds
I'm
for what
uncomfortable
they're doing
with
to us
Donald
with this
and
racist
Melania
essentialism
Trump
nonsense. He went
having
out with a bang, and he
shitcoins.
made sure other parents knew what the problem
It's
was.
hilarious, but it's
Jason
also a
Riley
little
of Wall
what?
Street Journal, you may see him on Fox News sometimes, and his wife Naomi
Melania
Schaefer Riley,
meme coin.
who pulled their mixed-race daughters from a school in Rye, New York, and made a point of doing it because that school thought that their mixed-race daughters were desperate to talk about their blackness all the time, and they found out the hard way those kids really just wanted to learn math. These battles are being won
Millennia
piece by
meme
piece,
coin. We're having trouble finding
One
the site.
at a time. And
When
there
I-
are
when I
so
click
many
on it
others.
here,
I'm thinking about the
there's nothing to
14-year-old
see
girls
here.
in
Was
Wisconsin
she hacked?
who had an 18-year-old guy come in there naked into their showers after gym. I'm thinking about the young woman in Massachusetts who just wanted to play field hockey.
no, there it is.
And
Okay,
suddenly
there it
got
is.
all of her teeth knocked
It
out
is real.
because a boy
Okay.
played for the other team posing as a girl. How do we know about these stories? Because people were outraged. Citizens went to the news. They went to their principals. Girls spoke out one by one and got the ball rolling on change. And change is coming. All of you wearing the MAGA
Trump
hats.
is bouncing back up too.
It used to be an
It hit
act
30.
of
It hit
civil
38.
disobedience.
Starting back
right?
up to
Yes,
50.
Sir.
This
Defiance
is insane.
of a registered
Absolutely
order that
crazy.
didn't want to hear from you. But wearing that hat for much of the past 8 years has been an act of courage too. And I know just because you're here, that you had your moments in your own communities, whether it was online or at the bowling alley or at the restaurant or at school, where you stood up for one of these same issues, where you had to tell somebody you didn't want to be reduced to skin color, where you said, I prefer the days when we didn't make a thing out of that, where you had to tell somebody that boys cannot become girls and girls cannot become boys. Those battles, one after the other, have been fought, and this anti-DEI momentum has been built brick by brick, thanks to all of you. And you who listened to Donald Trump, who, when a reporter asked him at a presidential debate in 2015 about some of the language he used, responded by saying, "What I say is what I say. And if you don't like it, too bad." That was more than just a quick comeback. That was a reminder of what America is. In America, we have the right of free speech. We have the right to offend, to provoke, to annoy,
Millennia coin not
and to
doing
stand up
that
for
well.
what we believe in, even if you find it controversial. We have the right not to use the words you try to force on us, like your preferred pronouns,
1 minute
or
chart
words
here.
like anti-racist or chest feeding.
Ew. Not great.
We are reminded of that daily
Bouncing
by
now, though.
President Trump, who would never bow to the woke mob.
60 oh
Just
my
ask
God.
Brett
This
Kavanaugh,
went from 4
who
to
will be
64
swearing in
back to
J.D.
4.
Vance tomorrow, as he, Kavanaugh, sits in his robes as an Associate Justice
Everyone
of the
has
U.S.
lost
Supreme
their
Court.
fucking mind.
So I thank all of you for being part of the Trump movement and for bringing these changes upon us and for bringing Donald Trump back into the office. And a reminder before I go, stay strong. We haven't won the war. We're winning. We've won a bunch of battles, but he's going to need all of you every step of the way. We're going to have to be patient. We're going to have to steel our spines. Do not bend. Never bow. What I say is what I say. God bless you. God bless President Trump. God bless the United States of America.
over on Twitch sent me this. He made this. You made this last night, you say? Printed off a little 3D Trump model. Look, even part of the ear's missing. Miscellaneous, I'm not doing like a full keto, but I am eating like a lot less carbs, and I'm trying to keep carbs and sugar out or to a minimum. But I'm not following any specific diet. I love the intricacy of the missing ear. This is cool. Miscellaneous coin. Kind of struggling to get some footing here. Total market cap 5.6 billion. God. Has everyone lost their fucking minds for real? It's insane. It's truly insane. It's funny, but it's crazy. Oh, well, now Miscellaneous has bounced. Miscellaneous coin. Or has it? The deck screener chart has crashed. No data here. No, my bell. Awesome little statue. How do I get a 5D printed Trump? Well, you have to be playing 5D chess with Trump in order to get a 5D model of Trump. Oh shit, Miscellaneous is crashing. $2 now. $2. Miscellaneous, not as popular as Trump. Who would have known?
Good evening, everybody. Just a few things I want to say before I get to speak about my dear friend, the 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. I just received on my phone pictures of the first 3 hostages who were released. We had a great team, but it doesn't happen without Donald J. Trump. The president was responsible for this release, and we all owe him a debt of gratitude, as do all the families. Mr. President, distinguished guests, and my fellow Americans, today we celebrate not just the inauguration of President Donald J. Trump, but the enduring
guys, let's make a home coin and let's send it to the fucking moon. Let's hung that shit out of this world.
Over the years, I have had the privilege of witnessing firsthand the qualities that define President Trump, not just as a leader, but as a man. his determination to protect the interests of the
Thomas,
American
the Moss
people,
coin.
his bold approach to solving problems, and his relentless pursuit of progress have defined his presidency and inspired millions across the globe. President Trump has always understood that leadership is not about following trends, but about charting a new course. In the face of immense challenges, he has consistently stood firm, driven by a deep belief in the potential of America and its people. Today, his leadership extends beyond our borders, influencing the world in ways that reflect the
anytime
best
someone boring
of our
starts
ideals.
speaking, Trump coin tanks.
Nowhere is this
This
more
was while
evident
Bald Guy
than
was
in the Middle
speaking.
East. Under President Trump's
Then we
guidance,
got,
the Abraham Accords.
I guess while Megan was speaking. I guess when hot chicks speak, it goes back up. And then this guy starts speaking and it's just going down.
These historic agreements have brought together nations that once stood divided, fostering cooperation, trade, and understanding. The accords are a testament to the president's belief that peace is achievable
it's like that
when we
Futurama
approach
episode,
challenges with strength, clarity, and a shared vision for the future. As the special envoy to the Middle East, it is my honor to carry forward this mission on behalf of the president. Thank you.
I wonder if when Trump speaks, if it'll jet right back up.
The work we do in this region is not just about diplomacy. It is about creating a legacy of hope, stability, and opportunity. The Middle East is home to extraordinary potential. And through President Trump's leadership, we are unlocking that potential in ways that benefit the region and the entire world.
I don't know if you could really call it
Trump's
investing,
achievements
Mel Mydell.
Are not just a reflection of his
speculative
policies,
gambling,
but of his core principles. He has always stood for religious freedom, human dignity, and the belief that every individual deserves the chance to succeed. His efforts have strengthened alliances, encouraged economic growth, and ensured that America remains a trusted partner on the global stage. Mr. President, your vision for the Middle East is a reminder that true leadership is about results. You have shown that even in the face of skepticism, progress is possible when we approach challenges with boldness and resolve. The Abraham Accords are not just agreements. They are a blueprint for a future where peace is not the exception, but is the expectation. As we look ahead, the challenges remain significant,
about to go
but
sub
so
30.
do the opportunities.
It is already.
Under your
My
leadership,
God.
Mr. President, we will continue to expand the circle of peace, strengthen partnerships, and promote prosperity across the world. This is a cause
down almost
worthy of our
60%
efforts,
from its highs
and
like
I am
30
deeply
minutes ago.
honored to play a role in advancing
Whatever
your
idiot
vision.
bought right here 30 minutes ago is down
I am
60% on their investment.
Of the words of Abraham
Good job.
Lincoln, who said, "I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts." Mr. President, you have always trusted the American people with the truth, even when it has been difficult. And you
There's
have
Strowman.
reminded us all
This
that
doesn't
through
have to be a
honesty,
fix. I mean,
strength,
it's just
and
people finally
determination,
realizing that they hold something
no
of no
challenge is
value.
too great.
And some people
Today
are
we
up
begin a new
millions
chapter
of
under your
dollars,
leadership.
if not, thousands,
It is a
tens of
chapter
thousands,
defined
hundreds of
by
thousands.
hope and unity.
Some
and
people
the
are
belief
up like
that America's
$10
best
million
days are
on
still
this
ahead.
since yesterday, and they're sitting there
Together
going,
we will
shit,
continue to build
maybe I
on
should
the
take my money
foundations
out
you
of
have
this.
laid,
And as soon as
ensuring that
someone
your vision for
big
a
soul,
stronger,
it's just a race to the
safer,
bottom.
and more
Because everyone's
prosperous
sitting there
world
watching their
becomes
money
a
disappear,
reality.
and it's freaking them out, so they're selling.
May God bless you, Mr. President.
Selling begets selling.
May God bless the United States of America, and may He guide us all in the pursuit of peace and progress. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I saw that bullet craze. Ryan Fournier posted an 8-figure wallet. Not
American
8 figures anymore.
businessman who is CEO and president of UFC, Dana White.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am honored to be here to celebrate President Trump's historic victory.
Chuck, personally, I'm getting in on the H-1B coin.
He won it in dominant fashion, with record numbers of Americans from all walks of life. Not only did he win the Electoral College by 86 points, but President Trump was the first Republican candidate in 20 years to win the popular vote. He also made major gains among traditionally Democrat voters by increasing his support with Latin, Asian American, Black, and young voters. So what does that tell us? Democracy is alive and well in this country. And the people have spoke loud and clear. America wants President Trump back in the White House. Think about this. Winning this election after everything that's happened over the last few years is an amazing achievement and an incredible comeback story. Think of all the things President Trump had to go through to get back here. All the powerful forces that tried to take him down. The mainstream media, partisan prosecutors, assassins. It's absolutely insane what this man has been through. And only President Trump could have fought through all those obstacles, all the attacks, and still come out the winner. But you know what? That's just what he is. This guy is a winner. And I say this all the time. He is the toughest, most resilient person.
President Trump is on his way to the rally. Fighting the snow. This is allegedly Trump on his way to the rally.
Stop us when we unite. To all those Americans who didn't vote for President Trump, and all they know about him is what they hear from the mainstream media, I just want to let you know, he has been an incredibly loyal friend to me for over 2 decades. And not once has he ever asked me for anything in return. And he's proven again and again how tough he is, but he's also a man who truly cares about people. Everything great that has ever happened to me in my career, he's been the first one to reach out and congratulate me. And more importantly, in the hard times, he's been the first one to reach out and let me know if there's anything I need. And all this during a time when he had a laundry list of his own problems he was dealing with. He is the best human being that I have ever known. So America, it's time for us all to put our differences aside, and we can't do that if we continue to focus on all the issues that divide us instead of all the issues that unite us. The fate of this country is tied to the fate of the president. So if you love America, you should want America's president to be successful. If he strengthens our economy, resolves conflict around the world, and makes our streets safe again, we all win. When America's president is respected around the world, we all win. When America succeeds, we all win. Now it's time for us to come together as one nation, the United States. This moment will be a turning point in our history and a triumph for all Americans. Tomorrow, when Donald J. Trump is sworn in as the 47th President of the United States, the great comeback story begins and our country starts winning again. Thank you, America!
Jay Davis. No, Trump is not even here yet. I'm sure Trump will speak last, of course. What is this? This was Tom Homan. Was this earlier today? Talking about we're going to get sued every day. I guess he's talking about the border.
We're going to take a lot of hate. We're going to be sued every day, numerous times. I think you'll see the left try to control the media. They're going to show the first crying female, first crying child, and say how inhumane we are. But they won't talk about 340,000 children that they've failed to take care of. They're not going to talk about the young women who have been murdered in this country at the hands of criminal cartels. They're not going to talk about the hundreds of angel moms and dads who buried their children. You want to talk about family separation? They buried their children because their children were killed by a member of a criminal cartel or someone that's not supposed to be here. They'll tell one side of the story. They'll try to vilify us, but they're not going to stop us from doing our job. I don't care what the media says about me. If they saw what I saw in 34 years, saw the tragedies I've dealt with in 34 years, they would certainly understand me. They may not still like me, but there's a reason why we do what we do. Yeah. I'm tired of women being raped, making that journey. I'm tired of dead children. I'm tired of women and children being sex trafficked. On this administration, sex trafficking is up 600% of women and children. We have a record number of people on the terrorist watch list being arrested. Historic record, 3,500% increase. Record number of Americans dying of fentanyl. We got a record number of cartel members that have entered this country. You know, the criminal cartels in Mexico making more money than they've ever made in smuggling aliens, trafficking in women and children, and moving dope. So, hate all you want.
This guy doesn't give a fuck. I love it.
Push the misinformation out all you want. We're not going to slow down. We're not going to go away. We're going to get this done.
Yeah.
Oh, it's everyone's favorite Trump.
I pledge allegiance
Trump.
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's real America, ladies and gentlemen. That's America. That's what we love about this country. And guys, we as a family love you so much. This is the greatest political movement ever created. And you know what, guys? They tried to stop him. They tried to indict him. They tried to take him down. They raided his home. They went after his children. They tried to bankrupt him. They tried to imprison him.
Peter,
they did everything they could to stop this movement.
Can't hang around, but appreciate it.
And they failed. And here we are in Washington, D.C. on this beautiful day. And Donald J. Trump is about to take back the White House. And guys, our country is back.
Our country will be respected again. We as Americans will be proud again. America will be feared again. We are going to have the greatest nation on earth. The nonsense ends. The bullshit ends right now. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you for having me be such a big part of this journey. I'll truly never, ever forget it. Thank you, guys. We love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, less than 24 hours from now, we will call Donald Trump President of the United States of America. Yeah. It's not just
in
what
20
we
hours
worked for
from now,
over the past year,
exactly
or
20
even over
hours.
the past 4 years. It started the second a bold, brash businessman from New York City came down the golden escalator in Trump Tower 9.5 years ago, and people said it was impossible. And yet that man is the one who will save not just our country, but will save the entire world. And so I just want to quickly say thank you. Thank you guys for continuing, despite all you heard out there, to believe in Donald Trump, to stand by our family throughout this fight. Thank you for trusting me to be your co-chair of the Republican National Committee. I hope I did you proud. I made promises all over this country when I went and spoke, and I said, you're not going to cheat in this election. And they got upset when I said something around the lines of, if you are a person who wants to cheat in our election, we will find you, we will track you down, and we will prosecute you to the full extent of the law. So I said it louder next time. And this was a free, fair, and transparent election. And if there's one thing I am proud of, it's that we restored the American people's faith in our electoral system this election in 2024. We didn't do it alone. I see someone directly in front of me, Scott Pressler, who helped on that front as well.
Good to see you. Who's in charge of bringing
But
green
thank
drink?
you guys. This has been the honor of all of
It's,
our lifetimes to be
BYOGD.
here and fight
Bring your own
alongside
green
of all
drink.
of you to save this
It's that kind of
country.
party tomorrow.
The dawn of the
I will be
golden
streaming
era
pretty
of
much all day
America
tomorrow, by the
is
way.
tomorrow, right here, starting in Washington, D.C. God bless you guys. We love you. And we are almost there, folks. Thank you, guys.
Hello, America! I have to ask, has anyone ever been this excited for Monday morning to roll around? It's like Christmas, Easter, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, my birthday, all wrapped up into one special day where we can take back our country once and for all. But guys, we could not have done this without all of you. Those who stood steadfast and loyal, who wanted to fight for that next generation, to fight for the incredible aspects of this country that have been squandered, that have been crapped on, that have gone by the wayside. No more. That ends tomorrow at noon. Now, perhaps, unfortunately, it took the last 4 years of hell that they put my father through, that they put our family through, that they put all of you through for us to fully understand just how fragile everything we believe in is. But I truly believe the opportunity we have now to start anew, not to keep the old administration from 16 to 20, the bad actors and the can kickers and those who are just trying to wait it out till we get back to normal. But now, with the knowledge of that 4 years, in conjunction with the knowledge of the last 4 years, we can truly make a difference forever. When you look at this cabinet, when you look at the fighters, you see people who truly all believe in the America First movement, and that's what this is about. Putting America first, putting our families first, putting the Constitution first, and putting our children first. So with that, I have to introduce a young lady, my oldest
Kai
daughter,
Trump.
Kai. Pretty good, Kai, I don't know. With that kind of applause in the Trump family, it creates some problems. But she was with me. She was with me when we found out about my father, her grandfather, and best golfing buddy was shot. And she called me the next morning and said, "Dad, I must speak at the RNC this week. I don't care."
She did good at the
I
RNC.
said to her, "Are you sure you want, your first speech ever, you wanted to be in front of 50,000 people and tens of millions on TV?" And she goes, "I don't care." So I called my dad. I said, "Listen, she wants to do this." And he goes, "Whoa, that's a big one." And he just said, "You know what? That kid is an absolute winner. Let her do it." And
Love, good to see you. Hung, hung,
again,
hung.
is the
Thank you
fight
for
that we
giving
all
out,
need in our country. That's what we want for
membership
all of
over
our
on Twitch.
children. So with that, my daughter Kai.
Thank you all for the support for the past decade, and we're looking forward to the next 4 years, and God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You are the best. No one will fight harder than my father for all of you. There's no more resilient man in the world than Donald Trump. Every time they tried to take him out, every time they said he was finished and we're moving on, he came back bigger, better, stronger than ever before. And this next 4 years, with this incredible team that we've assembled, is going to be the pièce de résistance.
20 bucks
This is
for
going
20
to be,
hours.
We're going to win
chat.
for all of you.
Hung,
So
hung,
thank
hung.
you, and God bless.
Club, you've got the champagne ready for tomorrow?
And as we just listened to the first family there, we're also awaiting comments from, of course, the president-elect, perhaps even the vice president-elect as well. I want to go to Vaughn Hilliard, NBC News correspondent, right there at that rally. And Vaughn, can you give us some sense of the atmosphere in there right now? Of course, such a moment of jubilation for so many of those Trump supporters who came.
Senior advisor says President Trump will sign executive orders inside the Capitol after being inaugurated.
A former president coming back in as a new president. And I think the difference here is that President Trump can put things into action right away. We're not talking theoreticals. We're not talking 100-day plans or 6 months or a year down the road. These are things he can start doing tomorrow at 12:01 p.m. when he's sworn in. I think that makes a big deal for international security, as we've seen to the peace deal already put together in the Middle East. But even for right here with our own southern border, we're going to be able to put those policies back in place to secure it right away.
I remember you telling me quite some time ago now that on the
RoboCop,
steps
you want
of
some
the
titty
Capitol
pussy?
building, in the moment after he was sworn in, he would sign a pile of executive orders. Is that the plan? It won't be on the steps, of course, because of the weather.
The steps will be inside in the rotunda, but I think you will see some immediate action there.
Titty Pussy's
inside
so
the
excited
rotunda
for Trump tomorrow.
before the president heads over actually back here to where we're now at Capital One Arena.
So he's going to sign executive orders in the
Anyone
Capitol
watching
building
that
before he's
doesn't
even
know
got
about
to the
that.
White
I'm
House.
There's
wondering what
a
the
very
hell's
good
going on
chance
right
you're going
now.
to see some put into action right away. But then when he gets over here to the Capital One Arena as part of the events tomorrow, he will be signing additional executive orders. But
Stum,
even
you
beyond
started
the
your
executive
tomorrow
orders,
day drinking
there are
today?
executive
Good job.
actions that he'll be putting into place as well, different rules changes.
Johnny
things of
Sins,
that
the
nature.
actual inauguration
And
is in
especially
less
when
than
we talk
20
about remain in
hours.
Mexico, ending catch
Less
and
than
release,
20
the border
hours.
policies,
20 hours, 10 minutes
energy
ago.
deregulation to allow the drilling to get going again in a number of places, but also ending DEI and the wokeism that's really infected our federal government. That's going to go into place.
Standing in.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right, Merchant Ben. It is 19 hours. I was looking at Central Time. It's less than 19 hours from now. Good call. Good call.
Inauguration Day really being, the pomp and circumstance and the celebrations, the balls. But Donald Trump, instead of going on Pennsylvania Avenue for the typical parade we see, the parade is being moved inside of this very arena, and he is publicly going to sign multiple executive orders. that range to potentially declaring a national emergency on the U.S.-Mexico border, to restructuring the federal government workforce for allowing for more political appointees, but also seeking to cut off funding for climate and environmental appropriate funds under the IRA that was signed by the Biden administration. We should anticipate, we are told, significant executive orders that will be representative of what this transition is called an aggressive agenda for Donald Trump here. And so this is going to be, of course, representative and symbolically a big day these next 24 hours for the incoming Trump administration.
It's all over,
but
guys.
Also, as you well know,
it was fun while it lasted.
We're looking at potential operations for mass deportations to be initiated in major urban areas around the country, including in Chicago, as our Julia Ainsley has reported, as soon as Tuesday. And much of that we anticipate to become public as soon as tomorrow afternoon, mere hours after he is sworn into office. Gabe?
Yeah, Vaughn, this is, of course, a moment of celebration for the incoming Trump administration, but also, as you said, looking forward to these potential
Mitch, I heard the garbage truck will be at the inauguration tomorrow.
Signed tomorrow. And yes, Vaughn, as you've been describing, we've been hearing now for weeks from Trump's incoming border czar, Tom Homan, that these mass deportations will begin very early on in the administration. But we also heard a little bit earlier in this rally from one of Donald Trump's top advisors on the issue of immigration. Perhaps many would call him his top advisor on the issue of immigration.
We should figure out a way to make a
Stephen Miller have to say to the MAGA faithful?
I don't know how that would work, but I like it. That's a reality show
Stephen
I would
Miller
watch.
Is an aide who's going to be an incoming deputy chief of staff for policy, and Stephen Miller's actually was on the phone just this afternoon with many Republican lawmakers up on Capitol Hill, briefing them on the executive actions that they intend to take. And Stephen Miller's been with Donald Trump.
Can we get Hawk Tua's take on this? You know, if we could find her.
Gabe, let's be clear.
Apparently she lives in Nashville now. But I don't know if maybe after the big crash, if she went back to her little hometown. Maybe she's no longer in Nashville.
Tom Homan is somebody who is going to be its border czar. Doesn't have to be confirmed by the Senate. Kristi Noem, the governor of South Dakota, she is still going through her confirmation proceedings to be the head of the Department of Homeland Security. But there's a lot of questions that you have reported extensively on, Gabe, about exactly how they are going to go about this operation for mass deportations. To what extent are those workplace raids targeting businesses where they suspect
I doubt she's going to jail. She might get sued, though.
Employed? To what
she might lose a lawsuit and lose a chunk of money. I doubt she goes to jail.
Deporting individuals
she's keeping her head down. Nice, Merchant Bid. Very nice.
We've seen in years past.
Captain, I should try to date her? No thanks.
Out in Maricopa County,
no
Sheriff
thanks.
Joe Arpaio, for more than a decade.
Pass it on to double it and give it to the next person.
Use local law enforcement to go and arrest individuals suspected of being in the country illegally, turn them over to ICE authorities, and have them then ultimately deported. The court stepped in at that time and barred him from going forward with those sorts of actions. That was about 10 years ago. But there's also serious questions about financially, how are they going to do this here? Donald Trump has suggested he did this in his first admin, potentially trying to shift some Department of Defense funding and having that go towards immigrations and customs enforcement officers going and seeking the removal of these individuals in the country who are undocumented. But I think that that's where a lot of the questions are going to come in as to how they're actually going to execute on these promises that he made during the campaign.
Yeah, certainly a lot of questions with that, Vaughn. You mentioned, shifting money from the Department of Defense to handle immigration. You'll remember Donald Trump did this during his first administration back in 2019. And as you alluded to, there are a lot of questions about how ICE, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, will have the funding to do this, considering that, according to officials familiar with the number, ICE is facing a $230 million budget shortfall at this point. So certainly a lot of questions to be answered as Donald Trump takes office tomorrow, and as these potential mass deportations play out shortly after that, as we understand it. Now, Vaughn, I want you to stand by as we await and we look at those live pictures inside that arena. We're waiting, of course, to hear from Donald Trump himself and also potentially Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. I want to go now, though, to Gary Grumbach. He's our NBC News reporter outside the Capital One Arena. And Gary, right now the Capitol is getting hit with some messy weather. Vaughn mentioned that. The city will see temperatures in the 20s tomorrow. Wind chills much below that. Trump has already moved ceremonies indoors, and as Vaughn mentioned last
check
time,
in on Trump
was
coin.
Ronald Reagan back in his second
red
inauguration back in
candle there.
1985. What will the
Millennia
event look
coin
like tomorrow, and what are you seeing there
struggling.
on the ground outside
Millennia
the arena?
coin struggling.
Yeah, hey there, Gabe. I can confirm Vaughn's reporting that it is indeed cold out here.
Hong Hong, Sharon.
Precipitation.
Austin's going to inauguration tomorrow. Jay says Austin is standing back and standing by.
Thousands and thousands of Trump supporters that are still trying to get a spot inside Capital One Arena. It is a 20,000 person facility, and there were way more people there in line here than that. They're starting to let people in little by little as they see how many seats are left. But as you mentioned, this is going to be a very unique inauguration. Hasn't happened since Ronald Reagan. It's going to start over there at the Capitol, where the swearing in will be inside. It'll then come here to Capital One Arena, where he's going to hold essentially a mini rally of sorts, perhaps a more formal remarks, perhaps some executive order signings, as Vaughn was reporting, and then he'll head in a motorcade down the parade route that was supposed to be where thousands and thousands would gather to watch him walk down Pennsylvania Avenue. That will now be a motorcade to the White House.
Hong Hong Hong, deploribus Rex. Love you too,
Gary,
brother.
You bring up such an interesting point. There were some, about 200,000 ticketed guests that were expecting to watch that inauguration outside in front of the Capitol. We just see so many Trump supporters behind you, presumably have come from all across the country, and this arena is, just holds about 20,000 people. Have you spoken to any of those supporters that have come in from other parts of the country who have been frustrated, perhaps, that they might not be able to enjoy these festivities in person? And how are they, what do they plan to do tomorrow if they can't get a seat inside that arena?
Yeah,
stand outside and
have
wait.
They come from all over the country. They've been waiting here outside in the cold. Some of them, the ones that got in first, since 5 a.m. These are very committed. They're people that are very Trump faithful out here. None of these folks that I talked to was at their first Trump rally, right? These are people who have been to Trump rallies before. They enjoy this. They love the community. They love the experience. I talked to folks who said they're going to watch it from a bar tomorrow. Some other folks said they got invited by their congressman
go inside,
to the Capitol,
go to the bar.
to the office of the congressman.
Bring your own green drink.
Perhaps that is something that many members of Congress are doing. If they can't get the folks into the actual rotunda itself or into the Emancipation Room, they'll just bring them into their own offices, Gabe.
Here's Trump.
Gary, I want you to stand by as we look at those live pictures, and there we see President-elect Donald Trump walking into the Capital One Arena. Being
Liberals are going to be like, look at him. He has to hold the railing on the way down.
Right,
he's so weak.
His remarks in just a short time. It does feel, Gary, like quite a Trump rally. You hear the music.
Guys, this just in. This is definitely a Trump rally.
Watch the president-elect as he walks towards the stage.
Breaking news! Breaking news! Trump showed up to his own rally. Total pro wrestling entrance. Libertarian. This Trump rally seems a lot like a Trump rally. Yes, journalism in 2025. Joe Knox. Wait, you're telling me this is a Trump rally? Oh, I'm out of here. I had no idea. This is bullshit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 47th president.
I thought this was a Beyonce concert. Dana White spoke earlier on this.
thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. We won. We won. Thank you very much, everybody. What a good feeling. We like winning, don't we? We're going to make our country greater than ever before. Hello, Washington, and hello, America. We're all over America. I'm thrilled to be back with so many friends, supporters, and true American patriots on the eve of taking back our country. That's what we're going to do, take back our country. Tomorrow at noon, the curtain closes on 4 long years of American decline, and we begin a brand new day of American strength and
Trump
prosperity,
speaking,
dignity, and pride.
Trump coin going up.
Bringing it all back.
Millennia coin.
Once and for all, we're
struggling,
going to
going up.
end the reign of a failed and corrupt political establishment in Washington, a failed administration. We're not going to take it anymore. We're going to stop the invasion of our borders. We're going to reclaim our wealth. We're going to unlock the liquid gold that's right under our feet, liquid gold. We're going to bring back law and order to our cities. We're going to restore patriotism to our schools, get radical left, woke ideologies the hell out of our military and out of our government. And we are going to make America great again. I want to thank the tens of thousands of incredible men and women who have come from all over the nation to take part in this very special moment. And I just heard in watching some of the coverage that there are rallies like this taking place all over the country. People are happy. People are happy. It's been a long time. None of this would have been possible without you and the millions of hardworking citizens who have joined our cause. You know, right over there, just noticed a group of beautiful ladies, beautiful women from North Carolina, right here too. I don't know how the hell they've been to 167 rallies. You believe it? You think their husbands are happy about that? I don't know. But they look beautiful. They're incredible people, and they love our country. Thank you very much. And up here I see we have front row Joes all over the place. Uncle Sam, Mr. Wall. Oh boy, oh boy. But we've been through so much together, and for the next 4 years I will fight for you every single day. We're going to be fighting for you. This is the greatest political movement in American history. And 75 days ago, we achieved the most epic political victory our country has ever seen. That's what they say. We won the popular vote for the first time of any Republican in many, many years. We swept all 7 swing states by big numbers. We won Pennsylvania, we won Georgia, we won North Carolina, we won Michigan, we won Wisconsin, we won Arizona, we won Nevada. We won them all by historic margins, and we won the great state of Florida by 13 points. Nobody's done that ever. And a record that will never be broken. All 50 states shifted toward the Republican Party, the first time that that's ever happened. All 50 states. We won the largest number of African-American voters in Republican Party history. We won more Hispanic American votes than any Republican has ever gotten before by a lot. And we won Latino men and women, and on top of that, youth, men, women, urban, suburban, rural, and people from everywhere in between are joining us in record numbers. We've never had anything like this. Too big to rig, that's what I used to say. Too big to rig. We made it too big. Oh, and they tried. They tried. It was too big. Around 9:02, they just said, let's get the hell out of here. This isn't working. They were swamped, to put it nicely. We also took back the U.S. Senate. We had some great people running. And the House Republicans won their largest popular vote majority in presidential year since 1928. We had a lot of people voting. So the Senate, the House Republicans, we got all three of them. A little bit close on those two. Senate's in great shape. House Republicans, actually, they both have great leaders. They both have great people heading. John Thune is fantastic. And if you look at Mike Johnson, he's got a pretty tight majority, but actually it's very tight, but it's very good because we vote unified. We're really voting unified, and so it doesn't make much difference. In the election of 2024, which will be the most consequential election in American history, we not only won a mandate, but we built a new American majority that will lead our country to unparalleled success for generations to come. That's what we want to do. And someday, in 30 years from now, 40 years from now, 50 years from now, some of these young people are going to say, I remember Donald Trump, he did a good job. He set us on his way. He told us, he gave us a path. Our new administration will inherit disasters at home and abroad, an economy plagued by inflation and high interest rates, a catastrophic border crisis. Nobody can believe they let people in. They have an open border policy. Do you think that makes sense? Open borders. Anybody wants to. Jails, prisons, mental institutions, gangs being emptied right through that ugly open border. A government that cannot care for its citizens in a time of emergency. Look at what's happening in Los Angeles. Look at what's happening in North Carolina. They've treated them so badly. In a planet on the brink of World War III. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. But starting tomorrow, I will act with historic speed and strength and fix every single crisis facing our country. We have to do it. We're not going to have a country yet. Before even taking office, you are already seeing results that nobody expected to see. Everyone is calling it I don't want to say this, it's too braggadocious, but we'll say it anyway. The Trump effect. It's you're the effect. Since the election, the stock market has surged and small business optimism has soared a record 41 points to a 39-year high. Bitcoin has shattered one record high after another. The major investment company known as DeMat, the Properties, has announced that it will be investing between $20 and $40 billion in the United States, and SoftBank, another great company, has pledged between $100 and $200 billion. These are all investments that are only being made because of the fact that we won the election. Going to create jobs for hundreds of thousands, even millions of Americans. Today I spoke with Tim Cook of Apple. He said they're going to make a massive investment in the United States because of our big election win. And as of today, TikTok is back. So, you know, I did a little TikTok thing. We have a guy, TikTok Jack. He's a young kid, like 21 years old. And we hired this guy, and I went on TikTok. Can you believe what I'll do to win an election? And we went on TikTok, and Republicans have never won the young vote, the youth vote. They win a lot of votes, but they never won the youth vote. We won the youth vote by 36 points. So I like TikTok. I
like it. I like it. I had a slightly good experience, wouldn't you say? Romney lost it by 40 points. Not so long ago, we won it by 36 points. That's a very big spread. But I said we need to save TikTok because we're talking about a tremendous... Who in this audience goes with TikTok? Many? Yeah, very popular. And frankly, we have no choice. We have to save it. A lot of jobs. We don't want to give our business to China. We don't want to give our business to other people. And I said, you know, TikTok without my approval, meaning the president's approval, because Congress gave the president the right to make a deal, do whatever he wants. And they did that a long time ago when they had a different president. They didn't know that I was going to be the president, I guess. So I said, very simply, a joint venture. So if TikTok is worth nothing, zero, without an approval, you know, if you don't approve, they're out of business, they're worth nothing. If you do approve, they're worth like $1 trillion. They're worth some crazy number. So I said, I'll approve, but let the United States of America own 50% of TikTok. I'm approving on behalf of the United States. So they'll have a partner, the United States, and they'll have a lot of bidders, and the United States will do what we call a joint venture. And there's no risk. We're not putting up any money. All we're doing is giving them the approval, without which they don't have anything. So, I don't know. It sounds like that works. What do you think? Good? Think so. So whether you like TikTok or not, we're going to make a lot of money. Perhaps most beautiful of all, this week we achieved an epic ceasefire agreement as a first step toward lasting peace in the Middle East. And this agreement could only have happened as a result of our historic victory in November. That was some victory. Was that great? I don't even know which was greater, 2016 or this one. I think this one. Look, Honest Abe Blinken. We have Honest Abe. We have Uncle Sam. You know, Uncle Sam shook my hand about 2 months ago. He's got the strongest grip I've ever. You are a strong man. I said, what the hell was that? But I'm glad to report that the first hostages have just been released. And who knows what's going to happen? I know that Biden is saying that they made the deal. Well, you know. I mean, that deal should have, first of all, it would have never happened if I were president. Would have never happened. There was not even a thought of it. Iran was broke. They had no money for Hezbollah. They had no money for Hamas. They had no money. They were broke, totally broke, and they would have never done anything. But they did it, you know. I like to think back to the past. I said, if only the election weren't rigged, all the things that would have happened, that would have been so good. But it was. We're not going to let that happen again. I want to thank my friend Steve Witkoff, who I think is here. I know he made a beautiful speech. I heard he made a great speech. But he's an amazing guy. I said, I got to get myself a negotiator. We have to get a good negotiator. A lot of guys are knowledgeable, but they can't negotiate. They don't have the personality or whatever. And Steve does, and Steve's a great negotiator, very successful guy. But he's our new special envoy to the Middle East for helping reach this great breakthrough, and really couldn't have been done without Steve. Where is Steve Witkoff? Is he around here someplace? Because he was so great. There he is. Hello, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. What a job. Our incoming administration has achieved all of this in the Middle East in less than 3 months without being president. We've achieved more without being president than they've achieved in 4 years with being president. But just imagine all of the good things that we will accomplish together with 4 more years in the White House, and we're going to do a lot of things. You're going to see something tomorrow. You're going to see executive orders that are going to make you extremely happy. Lots of them. Lots of them. We have to set our country on the proper course. By the time the sun sets tomorrow evening, the invasion of our borders will have come to a halt, and all the illegal border trespassers will in some form or another be on their way back home. Think of it. We've allowed millions and millions of people into our country through open borders, no checks, no vetting, no anything. Millions and millions of people. And lots of those people are murderers. 52% of them killed more than one person. Other than that, they're quite fine. They're nice people. These are rough people. Remember, I used to say these people are rough. And they would say, no, these are illegal immigrants. They're very safe. I said, they're not safe. Look at what's happened with Venezuela, where they're sending these gangs in and they're taking over apartment complexes in Colorado and then cutting off the fingers of a man who had the nerve and desire to call the police. He said, you want to call the police? Bah, guess what? You have no fingers. These are rough people, and they're getting the hell out of our country. They're out. The border security measures I will outline in my inaugural address tomorrow will be the most aggressive, sweeping effort to restore our borders the world has ever seen. You know, we had the best, safest border in the history of our country. You remember that with the great chart that I put up. I don't even know if they have that chart now. Maybe they do. These guys are good. Maybe they do. Who the? I don't know. I didn't tell them I was going to do this. I didn't tell, but we have some very good people, but I didn't say. But we had a chart, and I looked to my right, and then I said, ooh, that hurt. What the hell was that? I still have that throbbing feeling in my ear. Oh, there it is. Look at it. These people are amazing. I didn't tell them I was doing that. That's fantastic. Yeah, it's all over the place. I love that. That is the most beautiful piece of paper I've ever seen in my life. But if you look at that chart and you look at the red arrow on the bottom, that's the single lowest we ever had in history, at least recorded history, of illegals pouring into our country. We had done a great job, and then they took over, and look what happened. It's like an Elon Musk rocket ship going up. That reminds me of Elon, his rocket ships. Look at that. Look at the difference. And it just continued and continued, and we're taking in people that shouldn't be here. They come in from prisons, from jails. They shouldn't be here. Mental institutions. I used to mention, and the press would always excoriate me, I'd say the late, great Hannibal Lecter came into our country today. Silence of the Lambs. Everybody see that movie? Lovely movie. And when people went to the voter booth, they said, we don't want Hannibal Lecter in our country. The press would say, why is he bringing up Hannibal Lecter? That was a fictitious character. Actually, they're not so fictitious. We have people in our country that are probably worse that we allowed in. But we will quickly reestablish control of our sovereign territory and borders. We will expel every single illegal alien, gang member, and migrant criminal operating on American soil and remove the savage gang Tren de Aragua from the United States. Here's a little video for you to see about this gang. Go ahead.
Open borders, deadly consequences.
Border crisis. Record high crossings are putting a strain on cities across America. It is a full-blown invasion.
Armed Venezuelan gang members storming an apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado.
When people talk about lack of crime, this is what they're talking about.
San Antonio, Texas, just one of the latest cities to have apartment complexes taken over by members of the Venezuelan gang.
Biden and Harris have created a program to bring them in under humanitarian parole.
I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented cross borders criminals.
More than 13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder have been released into the United States.
My 20-year-old daughter, Kayla Hamilton, was murdered in her own room. Kayla's murderer was apprehended by Border Patrol crossing illegally into the U.S.
And as we look at the live pictures of that rally at Capital One Arena, Donald Trump speaking to his supporters, and as we see this video playing on the Jumbotron screen there, I want to bring in NBC News morning anchor Savannah Sellers, who's been following the developments on TikTok today in Savannah. We just heard from the president-elect, where he talked about TikTok is back, certainly taking credit for blocking the ban, essentially, or for keeping TikTok around. You were listening.
Meg took off her pants and climbed on top of her, later strangled Jocelyn to death, and then tied up her hands and feet.
Court documents suggest a group of men arrested for beating and robbing a Dallas woman last month are members of a Venezuelan street gang.
The men threatened to cut off her fingers if she did not cooperate. Manuel Hernandez was booked by Colleyville police just 2 days earlier and released the day before the robbery.
A Peruvian gang leader who is wanted for 23 murders.
I'm sure
was
I can
arrested
find
by
that.
Border Patrol near Roma, Texas, then released
Be a good
into
one to
America.
save.
That's what we allowed in, and they're nice people compared to some of them. They're nicer than others. These are really vicious people, gang members, and many, many people from smart. They're leaders. They are smart, streetwise people. As soon as I heard they were going to have open borders, I said, if you do that, every prison all over the world is going to be emptied out into our country. They come in from the Congo. The Congo's big on emptying their prisons. The only thing good about it is they make our criminals look like really nice people. These people are vicious people all over the world, not just South America, all over the world they come, from mental institutions and from jails and prisons. With our actions tomorrow, my administration will deliver justice for every family whose loved one has been stolen from them by migrant crime, including Laken Riley, Rachel Morin, Jocelyn Nungari, Kayla Hamilton, and every other precious American soul that we have lost to these animals. Their memories will live in the hearts forever, in our hearts forever, and we will never, ever forget them. And their contribution, I told their mothers who were devastated, their parents, their fathers, they're devastated. They'll never be the same. They'll never be the same. But I said, your daughter has made a major contribution. Your son has made a major contribution. There are hundreds and even thousands of victims of this horrible atrocity. And you add those numbers to the numbers of crime that we're already going through the roof, and it's something that you wouldn't even believe. Do you remember I did the debate, and I had David Muir from ABC saying, no, crime has gone down. I said, no, it's gone through the roof. Crime has gone through the roof, David. No, crime has gone down. I said it's gone through the roof. And then he goes, I disagree with that. The next day they announced that crime was up like 40%. This guy is, the whole thing is it's so bad. You can't even imagine how anybody could be for these things of, think of it, open borders, prisons, and mental institutions, men playing in women's sports, transgender for everyone. Transgender. And very soon we'll begin the largest deportation operation in American history, larger even larger than President Dwight Eisenhower, who has the record right now. And we're going to end the Biden war on American energy and unleash our energy resources to quickly defeat inflation and achieve the lowest cost of energy and electricity on Earth. And we're going to be using our emergency powers to allow countries and entrepreneurs and people with a lot of money build big plants, AI plants. We need double the energy that we already have, and it's going to end up being more than that. And we're going to slash the regulations, environmental regulations that are really put in there in order to stop progress in this country. We're going to also slash something else, the waste in our bloated federal bureaucracy. We will create the new Department of Government Efficiency, headed by a gentleman named Elon Musk, who's here someplace. I don't know where the hell he is. He's here someplace. Come here, Elon. Did you see his rocket yesterday? It was captured.
That was 2 days ago.
X is with him. X. Come on, you want to say a couple.
Okay.
Or was that 3 days ago?
Thank you, Mr. President. Sorry, little X just followed me on the stage here. He's a very enthusiastic supporter, as you can see. Woo! Yeah. So we're looking forward to making a lot of changes, and you know this victory is the start, really. What matters going forward is to actually make significant changes, cement those changes, and set the foundation for America to be strong for a century, for centuries, forever. So. And make America great again. Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, we're gonna do great things here. Thank you.
Thank you, Elon. You know, I always say we have to be protective of our geniuses because we don't have too many, but that one is a good one. Now, I watched his rocket come down about 3 months ago, and I thought it was crashing. I was talking to somebody on the phone. By the way, same thing happened yesterday. It came down, and it was captured so beautifully. It came down, it's tumbling, it's a mess, it's going down. I say, oh, look at that thing, that's a disaster. And then it gets like a couple of miles away from Earth, and all of a sudden, the engines start going on, the things start, and then I see it coming in and landing in the gantry, and I'm watching it, I'm saying, oh, it's gonna crash, oh, but those engines came out and they blew the fire all over the place. And all of a sudden, those two big arms came and hugged it like you would hug your little baby. And that sucker landed it. Nobody's been able to do that but him. And he's a great guy. And we have him and Vivek and some great people working on a thing called costs. And he's got the credibility to do it, too. And we're going to do things that are really amazing. I guess Vivek wasn't fired. But he went out to Pennsylvania after that. He landed that rocket nobody had ever seen. By the way, China can't do it, Russia can't do it, or come close. It'll be 10 years before they can do it. And the US can't do it except for him. And it's pretty amazing. But he did that, and then he journeyed to Pennsylvania, where he spent like a month and a half campaigning for me in Pennsylvania. And he's a popular guy, and he was very effective. And he knows those computers better than anybody, all those computers, those vote-counting computers. And we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide, so it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So thank you to Elon. And his son's name, who's cute as a button, his son's name is X. He's the only guy who could get away with the name X. But his son is a great guy. One thing we know, his son is smart. If you believe in the racehorse theory, he's got a nice, smart son. But thank you very much to Elon and everybody. We've had so much help. Every radical and foolish executive order of the Biden administration will be repealed within hours of when I take the oath of office. Oh, you're going to have a lot of fun watching television tomorrow. Somebody said yesterday, sir, don't sign so many in one day. Let's do it over a period of weeks. I said, like hell, we're going to do it over weeks. We're going to sign them at the beginning. You know that old story. Let's do it later, then it never gets done. No, we're doing them tomorrow. And we'll have plenty to sign in the future. Don't worry about it. It's not going to stop. But we're going to stop the destructive and divisive diversity, equity, and inclusion mandates all across the government and private sector and return our country to the merit system. You know, The Supreme Court ruled that the United States is allowed to go by the merit system, which is what made us great in the first place. That was a big ruling that a lot of people don't even know about, but it was a big, tremendous ruling. And you're focusing on character, competence, and qualifications in all hiring decisions. Now you're allowed to go by competence and ability and genius. You don't have to hire somebody to send up one of his rocket ships that doesn't know anything about what's happening. As a first step toward restoring transparency and accountability to government, we will also reverse the overclassification of government documents, and in the coming days, we are going to make public remaining records relating to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, his brother Robert Kennedy, as well as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and other topics of great public interest. It's all going to be released, Uncle Sam. And I will direct our military to begin construction of the great Iron Dome missile defense shield, which will all be made in the USA. And we will get wokeness the hell out of our military immediately and make it like it used to be. Take a look at this.
You little scumbag! I got your name! I got your ass! You will not laugh! You will not cry! You will learn by the numbers!
Happy Pride. Happy Pride Month, and actually, let's declare it a summer of pride.
So you're a killer? Sir, yes, sir! Let me see your war face!
I'm loving the visual aids.
Sir, you got a war face? Ah! That's a war face! Now let me see your war face! Ah! Bullshit! You didn't convince me! Let me see your real war face! Ah! You will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death, praying for war. But until that day, you are pukes. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human fucking beings. You are nothing but unorganized, grabastic pieces of amphibian shit.
How to abracadabra, these bitches know I got answers the way I...
It looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up
This
in
is
the
wild.
on the mattress.
The President of the United States brought this video to a rally and is playing it.
I love working for Uncle Sam. I love working for Uncle Sam. Lets me know just who I am. Lets me know just who I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps. 1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps.
Oh boy. The next 4 years are going to be fun.
So
we're in for some good times, guys.
Wars with that. And that's the way it's going to be. The American people have given us their trust, and in return, we're going to give them the best first day, the biggest first week, and the most extraordinary first 100 days of any presidency in American history. To implement this historic agenda, I've assembled an all-star cabinet of patriots and visionaries and reformers who will fight for America, and together we will win for America. To restore the spirit of American armed forces, I have appointed Pete Hegseth as our next Secretary of Defense. Where's Pete?
Hong, hong, hong.
Where's Pete? Pete's
hong.
here someplace. Where is he? Good job, Pete. They like you, Pete. Thanks, Pete. They like him. To bring back integrity to our intelligence community, Tulsi Gabbard will be our next Director of National Intelligence. To make America healthy again, we will have Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as Secretary of Health and Human Services. to end the weaponization of our government and restore the impartial rule of law. Oh, this is so important. She's so incredible. Pam Bondi will be an outstanding Attorney General. She's going to do an incredible job. She will do
Stephen, yes, Hegseth is going to be confirmed,
with
for sure.
Person who's going to be unbelievable at the FBI, Kash Patel. And tomorrow, everybody in this very large arena will be very happy with my decision on the J6 hostages.
Hostages? Yes.
I think you'll be very, very happy.
Is he going to pardon them all?
I would say about 99.9% in this beautiful arena. And by the way, I want to thank the owners of this arena. They are great. They're up here someplace in one of those beautiful boxes. And their team is doing very well, and Ovechkin is a great player, right? But I want to thank Ted and all of the owners for allowing this to take place. It was really great. And thank you. It's a hell of an operation. Great place. Fantastic arena. Thank you, Ted. Thank you, everybody. At Homeland Security, we will have a tough leader in Kristi Noem, and we will have an outstanding Secretary of Transportation in Sean Duffy, Congressman Sean Duffy. Great people. And we're going to win so much that Governor Burgum of the Interior, you know Governor Burgum, one of the best governors in the country, is in charge of Department of the Interior, and the hottest man anywhere in the world for energy. When I announced him, people couldn't believe it. You didn't hear of him, but if you're in the energy business, he's considered the absolute best. Mr. Chris Wright of the Energy Department. He's going to head up the Energy Department. He's the hottest guy there is. Anybody in the energy business, they said, I can't believe you got Chris Wright. And a man named Marco Rubio is going to be our great future Secretary of State. And Howard Lutnick, a tremendous success on Wall Street, is going to be our Secretary of Commerce. They have to go through these drills, but they're going to. And I want to thank the Republican senators. They've been doing great. And John Thune has been doing a great job in moving the process along quickly. We're going to have a lot of them hopefully approved very quickly. And a very special woman, Linda McMahon, is going to be our future Secretary of Education, which we're going to be giving back to the states. Let the state run education. I said to Linda, Linda, I'm making you the Secretary of Education, but if you do a great job, you will put yourself out of a job because you're going to be sending it back to the states, and she's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And her
I
staff,
hope so.
which has
I
been
was wondering
largely
about that.
hired, is fantastic. And all of the other leaders will come to me and they're going to say, do you remember I used to do this for fun? But it's really not fun, it's fact. Because we have to do some of best of, right? But they're going to come and say to me, sir, we're winning too much, sir. We can't take it anymore. We have to stop winning, sir. We can't do it. We're not used to winning in our country. And each one of them is going to say, every single one, sir, please, please, you're destroying our country. We're winning too much. Our country isn't prepared for this. They're not used to winning, sir. And I'll say, no, Linda and everybody, we're not going to stop winning. The people of our country want us to keep on winning, and we're going to go win like never, ever before. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to be doing it, Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is having a heart attack down here. Look at him. Uncle Sam is going wild. And they think I pay for these people. I have no idea who he is. All I know is he does. And there's Abe Lincoln. Thank you, honest Abe. I have no idea. I swear, I have no idea who the hell he is. But he looks like Abe. He's probably a little bit shorter, in all fairness. Abe was 6'6". He's a little bit shorter. He's about a foot shorter. Other than that, he's perfect. Thank you, Abe. In addition to the most talented cabinet ever assembled, and we think we're hearing things like that, we will be supported in our mission by countless wonderful American patriots. First, let me thank my incredible family, and I want to thank in particular somebody that headed up the Republican Party, along with Mike, the two of them, Lara Trump, who you saw before, who produced those two beautiful children. Lara Trump is unbelievable. She was the chairman of the Republican Party, and nobody ever said, oh, gee, it's a family member. They actually said, how the hell did you get her to do it? And she did a phenomenal job. We had a minimum of cheating. We watched them like a hawk. Where is Lara? Where the hell is she? But she did some job. See, she wants to be nice and quiet. She's here someplace. Thank you, Lara. Thank you very much, hon. She's phenomenal. The job she did, and her son, who was up. Didn't they do a beautiful job? The son and the daughter. How many young kids know that one? They don't know that one. But her husband is somebody I'm very proud of. He's doing a great job. He's been subpoenaed more than any human being in history, I believe. Every day he'd get a subpoena from Congress on something, oh, bullshit. But he'd get a subpoena. He's got a PhD in subpoenas. But he did a fantastic job. And Don, you know all about Don, how he did. He's great. He's very popular, too. He knows a lot about guns, I want to tell you that. We had, by the way, I have to tell you, we had great support from every gun group, including the NRA, which really worked hard. And Ivanka and Jared are here, and Tiffany and Michael are here, and Barron and my 10 incredible grandchildren, and another one coming through Tiffany.
Tiffany's
and of course,
pregnant?
I want to thank our next Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, wherever he may be. There's a lot of people. Wherever the hell he is, he's here someplace. It's a lot of people. It's a little tough when you say, where is he? You know, you got a lot of people in here. But J.D. Vance has been extraordinary, and he's got an unbelievable wife, the Second Lady of the United States, Usha Vance. So, Usha, thank you very much. Beautiful couple, great people. We're also pleased to be joined tonight by Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster. The Hulkster.
Of course Hulk Hogan's there.
One thing, it's not hard to find him. All he has to do is stand up and you say, there he is. But he's great. And Kid Rock, wow, Kid Rock is a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine for a long, long time. He did that thing on Budweiser. Budweiser will never be the same when he did the gun with a MAGA hat. That was the commercial that everybody saw. Also with us tonight is a great actor, tremendously talented guy, John Voight, who's great, and a friend of mine. And Sylvester Stallone is here. Great guy. And you know, I got Mel Gibson, Sylvester Stallone, and John Voight to become ambassadors to Hollywood, California, to put it back on track. So they're all ambassadors. You have to refer to them as ambassador, Mr. Ambassador. And a man who's got an army of young people, Charlie Kirk, is here.
Why don't we just start our own Hollywood? Abandon it altogether.
Charlie is fantastic. I mean, this guy, don't believe the stuff when you hear the kids are liberal. They're not liberal. Maybe they used to be, but they're not anymore. You got to see how many people are for us. And I want to thank Megyn Kelly. She's been terrific. She's been really great. And Billy Ray Cyrus. And Lee Greenwood, wow, has he been trumpeted. What a song and what a man. And you know, by the way, these microphones, you see the microphones? I said, what the hell are those microphones doing standing behind me? You're going to have a little special treat at the end of this speech. I don't want to tell you because you'll rush me off the stage. Get off the stage. But you have a little special treat, and I won't tell you, but let's put it this way. It's the people that 30 years ago
What do you guys think the surprise is?
song, never hit #1, hit number 5.
Let me know, chat.
But 30 years later, it hit #1 week after week. And they're here to sing. They're here to sing. For you. And you won't recognize
it's
them.
definitely the Village people.
Than they used to be, but that's the way
100% the Village people.
We can all tell you, that's the way life goes. There's nothing we can do about that. Sebastian Gorka, stand up, Sebastian. I see Sebastian there. There's a patriot. He's been with me through thick and thin, right, Sebastian? Now he's with the administration. Thank you. Great guy. And again, I want to thank Elon for what he did in Pennsylvania. He worked so hard. He worked so hard in Pennsylvania. Great guy. And a man who is a champion. A man who took something from nothing. Everybody said, this is something will never work. It's too violent. But he understood people. He said they like violence, unfortunately, right? But a man who understood fighting better than any man ever. There's never been anything like this. What Dana White did with the UFC and building it into a monster sport franchise. So I want to thank Dana White of USC for being here. And Dana, you've done a job like nobody could have done. Thank you. A great guy and a friend of mine. A great friend of mine. He's a tough cookie. You want him on your side at all times. Every one of those people you want on your side. And we have dozens of other celebrities and everything, but we're going to get back to what we're doing. But I do want to say, in the audience, we have many governors, many senators, many members of Congress, and other distinguished guests, far too many to name, unless you'd like me to name them. No? Do you want me to name governors, senators, and Congress people? No. I thought you were going to say that. Sorry, governors. No, but we appreciate all of the love that we've gotten from them. I'll tell you, our House and our Senate Republicans have been unbelievable, and the governors are unbelievable, the job they're doing. Of the crime-ridden cities, the top 25, every single one of them is run by a Democrat. Does that tell you something? We don't have problems in the Republican cities. Tonight, I also want to send our love to everyone affected by the terrible wildfires raging in California. We're praying for you all. We love you all. We're going to be there very soon. I'm going to go out there on Friday to see it and to get it moving back. We're going to get some of the best builders in the world, and we'll get it moving back. And I also want to pay my respects to the great people of North Carolina. You know, I won it every single time. And they've been treated very badly. FEMA almost didn't know it existed. And we're going to get North Carolina rocking and rolling, okay? We're going to get them rocking and rolling. They've been treated very badly as a state. Together we will rebuild Los Angeles better, more beautiful than ever before. We're going to get it going. We have the best builders in the world. It's the only people that could do it. Nobody else knows what the hell they're doing. And in 2028, the Los Angeles Olympics will be one of the great sporting events and patriotic celebrations in history. I was with Gianni, the head of the Olympics, and because of the wildfires, they're going to do a special job. They're going to really do something very special on the Olympics. And the opposite, some people said, oh, maybe the Olympics can't go there. It turned out just the opposite. They came to see me the other day, and the committee, and it's just the opposite. So the Olympics is great. And Johnny, for the others, you know, the World Cup, Johnny is the head of it. We had our top people, Wasserman. They all came in on the Olympics, and then I saw Johnny. And we got the World Cup, too. And, you know, it's only because they rigged the election that I'll be your president representing you there. You know, I got both of them. I got the Olympics and I got the World Cup. And I said, you know, it's too bad. One was in 2026 and the other was in 2028. And I said, I won't be there. I won't be your president. But then they rigged the election, and now we won, so I'm going to be your president for the Olympics and for the World Cup. So, Johnny, thank you for the World Cup, and everybody, thank you for the Olympics. We're going to have a great time. We have another thing happening, 250 years, a celebration like no other, 250 years. And that's going to be taking place next year. So we have a lot of big events coming.
Next year's 250?
And everything we do everything. We take it very, very seriously. But what do we do more than anything else? We put America first. And it all starts tomorrow when I raise my hand on the Bible to be sworn as we'll be sworn in tomorrow. We're all going to be sworn in together. That's the way I look at it. It's not me. It's you. Greatest of all time. So we will be sworn in tomorrow. I'll be representing you as your 47th President of the United States.
We'll all have to drink 250 beers on America's 250th birthday.
And just in conclusion, together, we're going to cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices, getting them back down, raise your wages, and bring thousands of factories back to the USA, right where they belong, and that'll be done through tariffs and smart policy. We will build American, we will buy American, and we will hire American. I will end the war in Ukraine, I will stop the chaos in the Middle East, and I will prevent World War III from happening, and you have no idea how close we are. We will crush violent crime in our cities.
Jay, you'll have to cut back a little bit.
Give our police the support, protection, resources, and respect they so dearly deserve. We will strengthen and modernize our military again. We did it. We rebuilt our entire military. And then they gave billions and billions
good question.
of dollars
what is America's
of it
beer?
to,
I say Miller Lite.
you remember,
but
to the
I'm
Taliban.
sure people have opinions.
They gave it to the Taliban. They gave our military equipment, a big chunk of it, to the enemy. Do you know that we pay billions of dollars a year? Do you know this? Does anyone know this? To Afghanistan? Do you know that?
Yeah, can we put an end to that, please? Can we stop?
If we're going to pay billions of dollars a year, tell them we're not going to give them the money unless they give back our military equipment that these poor, stupid people allowed for them to have. So we'll give them a couple of bucks. We want the military equipment back. We will rebuild our once great cities, including our capital in Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. And we want to make this city again safe. We don't want people coming to Washington and getting mugged, shot, killed. We're going to stop it. Law enforcement, and they have very good police here, but they have to be allowed to do their job. We're going to stop it. We're going to beautify it. We're going to make it the most beautiful capital in the world. We will teach our children to love our country, to honor our history, and to always respect our great American flag. And we will get critical race theory and transgender insanity the hell out of our schools. And always remember, this is so easy, this will be done tomorrow. We will keep men out of women's sports. It's over. I will defend
Didn't they already pass that bill?
religious liberty. I will
I guess Trump has to
free
sign it.
speech, and I will defend the right to keep and bear arms. We're going to defend that right. After years of building up foreign nations, defending foreign borders, and protecting foreign lands, we are finally going to build up our country, defend our borders, and protect our citizens. And we will stop illegal immigration once and for all. We will not be invaded. We will not be occupied. We will not be overrun. We will not be conquered. We will be a free and proud nation once again, and that will take place tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Everyone in our country will prosper, every family will thrive, and every day will be filled with opportunity and hope, and also filled with a thing called the American dream that you don't hear much about anymore. For the past 9 years, you and I fought side by side against the most sinister and corrupt forces on earth. And in our magnificent victory on November 5th, you showed them once and for all that this nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you. From New York to Los Angeles, from Philadelphia to Phoenix, from Chicago to Miami, and from Houston to right here in Washington, D.C. Our country was won and built by generations of patriots who gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. They were farmers and soldiers, cowboys and factory workers, steel workers, coal miners, police officers, and pioneers who pushed onward, marched forward, and let no obstacle stand in their path. Nothing could get in their way. Together they laid down the railroads, raised up the skyscrapers, built the great highways, won 2 world wars, defeated fascism and communism, and launched American astronauts to the moon. It was hardworking patriots like you who built this country, and 75 days ago on November 5th, it was hardworking patriots like you who saved our country. You saved our country. Now, after all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. With your help, we will restore America's promise, and we will rebuild the nation that we all love so much. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. We will never give in. We will never give up. We will never back down, and we will never, ever, ever, ever surrender. We will fight, 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 and we will win, win, win. And together, we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again.
Healthy again. Maha.
We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What a great victory.
Yeah, I don't know who just said it, but someone said, how's he going to top this speech tomorrow?
Thank you.
Better be better than this. This was good. Guys, this is too fucking funny. Someone turned the Trump coin chart sideways, and it looks like an outline of Donald Trump. The top is the hair. We got the nose. How can this be? What are the odds? Oh, it's the village people. By the way, Trump coin stabilizing in the 40s. Melania coin up around 7. Up around 750. Meme magic, yeah. Yeah, why is it... Oh, there he is, Trump. Well, he should be doing the dance. Captain, yeah, well, TikTok coin got rugged, yeah. Every coin gets rugged eventually. What do you think the liberals are doing right now? I know psychiatrists are just counting their money. They're out shopping for new cars and houses. Mental illness through the roof. Can someone make a mental illness shit coin? Seething. Seed coin. And dilating, of course. Salty as fuck. Coping and seeding. Mental illness is already through the roof. True. But it's gonna reach heights never thought possible before. Real KJV said, when I searched for TikTok on Google Play this morning, it redirected and suggested a mental health app. It should probably do that for everyone that searches for TikTok, but you know. Zoomers are gonna think the Trump dance is the original YMCA dance. Yeah, they're looking at this like, what are these guys doing? Jay, the India needs to stop before it starts raining men. Patriots United, will the Redskins reclaim their name in 2025? I think they will. There's talk about that. Redskins getting their name back. We are making America great again. Make sports teams' names racist again. Second verse, same as the first verse. Are we in the third verse? Who knows? Ah, Lynn, your Gen Alpha nephew does both. Nice. FT, you're gonna buy the Redskins name first? Call them the White Skins. Please. Of course, that wouldn't really work because 95% of them will be black skins. But, you know. Wow. Guys, so what is it? We've got 5, 6, 18 hours, a little less than 18 hours until inauguration. So Donald Trump is president of the United States once again. Oh, wait. No, 17 hours, 36 minutes. I can't do math right now. I am currently 1 day and 4 hours into a fast. I'm kind of starting to feel a little woozy. What's that? 28 hours into a fast right now. Stream the whole time. Let's go. I'm not going to stream from now until tomorrow. But I do plan on starting a stream early tomorrow morning and streaming all day long. Hunging Rebel. He's leaving. It just ended. You're late, Hunging Rebel. It's late. You're late. Jay, odd, you don't seem fast. Libertate, never. Alright, with never stop streaming ever. Should I just stream from now until the end of Donald Trump's presidency, guys? Should I stream for 4 years straight? Bone broth and vitamins? Yeah. I don't know. I might end my fast soon. Inauguration day. Tomorrow. Captain Idiocy, you're going to be cracking up at work tomorrow? I'm sorry you have to work tomorrow. That sucks, man. I made sure to block off tomorrow a long time ago so I could stream all day long. Do a vote. Stream for 5 years straight. Call it the honkathon. The hongathon. Lynn, I don't know if I'll break through alcohol tomorrow. I don't know. I wasn't planning on it, but now that you mention it, I don't know. Probably not. I've been fasting a lot the last week. Alcohol would probably really fuck me up tomorrow, so I probably shouldn't drink. Otherwise, the stream won't last long. Joe, I don't have work tomorrow because one guy had a dream and another guy had a gun. Yeesh. Yeah, let me break a long fast with booze. That's highly recommended, I read. Of course Donald Trump set his inauguration for MLK Day because he hates black people. Jeez. Yeah, I saw the lady that streamed for like 3 or 4 years straight. She streamed to like no one for most of that time too. Oh, damn. Trump gets off stage and Trump coin tanks yet again. Trump coin crashing. Millennia coin's actually holding on there though. Make Austin drunk again. Mata! Oh boy. Yeah, one day, in 3 minutes I'll be 1 day and 4 hours into this fast, which is the longest one I've done yet. I wanted to make it to 30 hours, but I don't know if I'll make it, bros. We're approaching 28 hours. Let's see here.
I would urge my party to work with him wherever you can. Where you want to counter him with substance, not emotion. Counter him with real facts and not made up things.
And
understand what the country voted for this last go round. They don't want some of the
am I
things
getting
that we
ripped or something?
campaign on.
Maybe.
Doesn't mean that
I'm
our
building a
values
home
have to
gym
be
right
shelved.
now, so
But that means we got to begin to talk to the
I'm
country
eating healthy,
and perhaps even
working out a lot. Yeah, I'm getting ripped. It's 2025. America's great again, starting at noon tomorrow Eastern, 11 Central, best time.
I said earlier to Martha
it's time to get healthy.
The president
you heard him. Make America healthy again.
Feels comfortable in his skin. And maybe the message in this speech tomorrow is going to be more of a reaching out that he has signaled in recent days.
Yeah, I hope so. I think Alex is right. This was the last campaign rally of the 2024 campaign. And I think also you were right. It's the preview of coming attractions. But the best part of the speech, I believe, was the last 6 or 7 minutes in which he talked about unifying the country. This is the end of politics. This is the last hour in which he can talk explicitly about politics. Tomorrow, there are going to be a lot of people tuning in who may not have voted for him or voted for him reluctantly, and they're going to be drawn by that message of the last 7 minutes that we're all in this together. We're going to rise or fall as a country if we focus on the big important things together and move forward. And
right, Jay, how is Karl Rove still alive? I didn't put him in my Deadpool this year, but I should have.
Whether it was Tony Dolan, his new speechwriter who worked for Ronald
Idiocracy.
Reagan
After
or
getting
others.
hit with the flu
Those
a few
were
weeks
good
ago
remarks,
and
and I hope
coming
we
off
see
a
them back
6-month
for tomorrow. It's
injury,
what the
I'm going
American
full
people
bore
want
this
to see.
year.
I
Hell yeah,
particularly
man.
enjoyed returning
Let's
to
do it
October
together.
of 1978 myself with a closing note from the YMCA.
Maybe we'll turn Austin Zone
There was some
into
dancing on the panel. I'm
eating
not
healthy,
gonna
working
hide it
out
at all. By the way,
channel.
this playlist is
Probably
President-elect
not.
Trump's playlist. This is Sinead O'Connor,
It'd
I believe.
it'd be a pretty,
Peter Ducey was at the
pretty
rally.
hard right
is
turn
still
from
there.
the-
Joins us now from that facility.
drunken
Good evening,
tomfoolery
Peter.
of the last 4 years.
Good evening, Brett. And just in the few minutes since the...
What happened? Oh. Did this get taken? I didn't realize I was watching like a cut stream of Fox News. I mean, a pirated stream of Fox News.
As for the Trump event here...
Get in the zone, cooking zone.
It was a near capacity, if not over capacity, or at capacity, I should say, crowd. We're still waiting for the fire marshal. But tens of thousands of people were in this building, and they got exactly what they came for. The president-elect's day began with a somber visit to Arlington National Cemetery. Soon, his attention turns to a tall stack of day one executive...
Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah, that was... Okay. Fox News reports Trump will sign an executive order tomorrow suspending the security clearances for the 51 ex-Intel officials who signed onto the bullshit Hunter Biden laptop letter in an effort to help Biden win. Hell yeah. Man, tomorrow is going to be fun. Tomorrow is going to be just constant fun. All day, all day. We're going to have the morning. It's going to be a fun inauguration stream. And then the executive orders are going to start rolling in. When the executive orders start rolling in,
new owners, whereby the U.S. gets a
We're gonna lose our
50%
minds. And then Tuesday,
ownership in a
allegedly,
joint venture set up
we're
between
gonna
the
be
U.S.
getting,
and whichever purchase we so
getting some
choose.
ICE action.
There's no risk. We're not putting up any money.
Getting some
All we're doing
deportation
is
action
giving
up
them
in
the
Chicago
approval, without
and maybe
which
elsewhere.
They don't have anything. So I don't know. It sounds like that works. What do you think?
Susie, I don't see any protests.
So whether you
We'll
like
look around a
TikTok
little
or
bit,
not,
but
we're
I don't
gonna
see
make a
any
lot of
protests
money.
anywhere.
The social network, still owned by a Chinese parent company, responded. TikTok is in the process of restoring service. We thank President Trump for providing the necessary clarity and assurance to our service providers.
You know why there's no protest to be found? It's because TikTok is back up in America, but the live streaming for TikTok isn't back up yet. I don't know when it will be, but they haven't turned live streaming on TikTok back up yet. And that's where everyone live streams now. So, you know, maybe we won't even get any. We won't even see the protests.
Our colleagues outside this windowless arena that it is really snowing out there. Brett.
It's been a whiteout all day. Peter Ducey at Capital One. Peter, thanks. Breaking tonight, also big news. The first hostages have been released as part of Israel's ceasefire deal with Hamas terrorists.
Yes.
The truce began today and is scheduled to last 6 weeks. Senior correspondent Mike Tobin is in Tel Aviv with the latest tonight.
In a mob of Hamas gunmen, 3 young women held hostage since October 7th, 2023, were transferred from Hamas vehicles in Gaza City to Red Cross Jeeps. They were driven to Israeli special forces and ultimately to their mothers, who waited a year and a half to see and hold them. Hundreds of Israelis gathering at what has come to be called Hostage Square cheered at their liberation. 24-year-old Romi Gonen is from the north of Israel, captured at the Nova Music Festival. 31-year-old Doron Steinbracher from a...
Woman left with horrific injuries after sex toy dragged through her body during nightmare MRI scan. Oh shit. This white screen is really doing a number here. Okay. A young woman has reportedly been left with horrific injuries. The unnamed 23-year-old had a silicone plug in her back passage. She had a silicone butt plug in, I guess, while undergoing medical imaging and is said to have suffered a dangerous reaction with the scanner. An MRI scan uses strong magnets and radio waves to create highly detailed images of the inside of your body, and it's important to remove any metal objects from your body before having one. But unbeknownst to the woman, the sex toy she was using, which she thought was 100% silicone, actually contained metal in its core. Why would you not take it out? You're having images. Oh boy, where's the Jesus girls? This caused the adult item to be dragged through her body, causing the patient to scream in pain. A report filed with the U.S. Drug and Food Administration stated. What does this have to do with the U.S. Food and Drug Administration? This isn't food or a drug. Dickskin Landon, haven't we all done that? While the incident occurred in April 2023, an image allegedly showing the patient's scans following the event has recently begun circulating online, prompting warnings against wearing any metal objects during a scan. No shit. Never wear a butt plug to your MRI appointment, my god. A tweet shared by ex-user DreadPirate0 read. Wow. Yes, Lynn, it was not stuck. She just didn't take it out, allegedly. You're welcome for this news, everybody. You're welcome for these lovely images. Have you guys ever heard about the bread squeezer? The bread squeezer of the late 1990s and early 2000s? A Pennsylvania man convicted of pinching and crushing hundreds of dollars worth of baked goods in local supermarkets must seek psychological help or risk going to jail. Prosecutors claimed Samuel Feldman, 37, was on a 3-year bread squeezing spree at a series of stores in Lower Makefield, Pennsylvania, routinely poking holes in cookie wrappers and loaves of bread, rendering them unsellable. Feldman could have faced possible probation and up to a $1,000 fine, but it looks like he squeezed by without punishment. Judge David Heckler postponed sentencing indefinitely today. He suggested Feldman see a psychologist for evaluation of what the judge said was a compulsive behavior problem. He could have been sentenced to jail time, but said he would not impose punishment as long as Feldman got whatever kind of treatment a healthcare professional deemed necessary. A Bucks County jury had reached a split verdict after 6 hours of deliberation, finding Feldman guilty of damaging cookies but not bread. The bread The judge reversed the decision, however, and convicted Feldman of 2 counts of criminal mischief for damaging bread and cookies worth less than $1,000. This is real, Kimba. He was caught red-handed. A surveillance videotape introduced as evidence showed Feldman manhandling the baked goods on several occasions at a Lower Makefield giant food supermarket, which suffered $8,000 in damage to its bread and cookies over a 3-year period. Feldman's lawyer, Ellis Klein, said his client was only testing the bread for freshness when he was caught on film, and that he wasn't responsible for the previous bakery assaults at the store. Touching multiple loaves of bread does not mean that you're damaging. Their whole case is based on an assumption that he's acting weird, therefore he must be the guy who did it. He's innocent. He's innocent, I tell you. He's not the bread squeezer. The cereal bread squeezer. The baked good bandit. Baked goods bandit. Feldman, who was arrested in January, originally had been charged with all the baked goods damage at Giant Foods, including 175 bags of bagels, 225 bags of potato dinner rolls, and more than 3,000 bags of sliced bread. Free my mans. Oh, God. I found this article like last week, and I was dying reading it. I just had to read it for you guys. The fucking bread squeezer. The baked goods bandit. Do I know about the Wonder Bread guy? No. Yeah, right, Jay. So this is what they prosecute? Yeah. This is what they're wasting. This is who they're arresting out there. Trump, pardon this man. Buck, Trump will definitely be reversing the TikTok ban, but Trump can't reverse the ban. He's going to sign a 90-day extension tomorrow for TikTok, which is already back up and running because of that. And then they'll have 90 days to work it out. One man squeezed 3,000 bags, right? I guess so. 3,000 bags of sliced bread. The hole poking bandit. Oh, man. Meanwhile, at Walgreens, right? Right? Oh, God. Merlogic. Google Merlogic sometime. Why not right now? Merlogic Wonder Bread. Okay. Should we watch the video, or here's some Reddit? Okay, here we go.
Full, soft. Have you ever looked at a beautiful, soft, freshly cut piece of bread and just thought to yourself, I'd fuck this? You are not alone. If there's one thing we know about the vast sea of art available on the internet, it's that any and every piece of artwork is liable to get someone's jollies off, if you know what I mean. But we're not talking the usual fare. Inflation, Skibbity Sonic, pregnant Bart Simpson. Because where it gets interesting is when you stumble upon art so wacky, so uncanny in how mundane it is, that it hits you. This is the weirdest thing you've ever seen. Because this is absolutely somebody's fetish. But how do you just know? And more importantly, is there really a man out there who just gets off to art of women buying Wonder Bread at the store? On this channel, we treat art history with the seriousness it deserves. Today's lesson, how an obscure DeviantArt tier fetish experienced by only one man in all of humanity nearly ruined his life. This is the story of the DeviantArt Wonder Bread man. The year was 2016. Harambe, Pokemon go to the polls, and a bright-eyed 24-year-old man with tons of dough and nothing to spend it on.
Oh, brother!
And this is kind of where the trouble begins. Merlogic, known also as Merlogic 1, quietly began his commission career in 2013, though it would take several years before people online started to notice something anomalous. Rumors quickly began to percolate about a mysterious individual who would stop at nothing to commission any artist he could possibly reach to draw him two very specific things: white woman Wonder Bread art and sexy deforestation.
Hang on. Alex Rosen is doing a live Catch a Predator in Alabama right now.
So truly, like, what do you think's the youngest video they've sent your way? Like, if you had to guess an age, like, is it anything younger than 4? What do you think it is?
So this guy's a pedophile that's been caught? This is happening live right now.
How long ago did they send you that video of that 4-year-old?
I don't know.
Like, was it, like, if you had to guess?
I couldn't give you a guess. An honest guess, I mean, a month or two ago, I'd say.
Month or two ago?
Yeah.
Got it.
Don't quote me on that.
But it's sometimes...
You know, when you're sitting down here and on as far as you go,
yeah.
there's times I've asked, what is the day? You know?
yeah.
Because my days are all the same, you know.
But it was sometime recently they've sent that.
Oh well, I don't know how recent it would be recent.
Like in the distant past.
Yeah, well, like I said, maybe a month.
Maybe a month. Okay. Do you know how that account found you? Like, what, did they find you on Facebook first, then pay you Telegram, or was it just on Telegram? Or
I think it's probably through Facebook, and probably got talking to somebody. Hey, let's go over here to talk, and you know.
Got it. So what's that pizza symbol they always talk about? Like,
I think that has to do with pics, I guess.
Really?
I guess I mean, you know, that's what it seemed like I got from it.
Okay.
Lord, that's a big snowflake.
I know. What apps have you seen that pizza symbol on?
Well, it's just when they message. When they see me a message.
They kind of like put the pizza
matter
thing?
of fact, I've seen on some of them Facebook
really
pages, you know, like, you know, pizza or whatever.
Yeah. So do you have any Facebook pages names that you know that have the pizza thing? Because I would like those.
If I did, I would damn sure give it to them. Like I said, I ain't got no Facebook, but most of the time they're on there, and the next time, you know, like, you know, and next time, you know, this account's been shut down or whatever.
Okay. So I wanted to ask, and, you know, again, curiosity can sometimes get the best of us, and we collect shit that, I mean, dude, look at your camper here. You collect a bunch of shit you don't want.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
All this stuff, see this mattress, it was a perfect good mattress. This is where I got them. It was good, you know, foam.
Yeah.
I left the dogs in the house, the big dogs, the one that done it.
Yeah.
They tore holes in it.
Well,
they got holes in my mattress now in there from
Right. So I wanted to ask, you know, I want to get this taken care of because obviously, you know, you're a good dude. You're not trying to cause any bullshit or anything like that. On your phone, how many of those videos or pictures do you think somehow got on there?
What do you mean?
Like those videos, like the 4-year-olds and up, or those 13, 15-year-olds, whatever they're sending you. Like, how many of those do you think somehow snuck onto your phone or got downloaded accidentally or whatever?
5, 6.
5 or 6?
Yeah.
Okay. Are these like all girls and boys, or?
Hey, it's mainly girls.
Okay. Any bad in the other way at all, or being a switch hitter at all, or is it just girls?
Well, they sent me. I think they did send me boys one time, and
Did the boys' video get downloaded at all, or?
We mean download to my phone?
Yeah, when I said download to your phone, like.
He doesn't know what download means.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So you think there's only 5 or 6 videos actually downloaded, and the rest?
I'm just guessing.
Okay. Well, that's what I want to get.
But it seems like Alex has caught this guy.
Hundreds, is it?
With some child porn on his phone.
I ain't getting like, you know, the phone ain't working.
Right.
No.
Man, because, you know, some of these fuckers out here are getting they're getting them by the terabyte. You know what a terabyte is?
No, I have no idea.
Well, it's a big number. They're getting them like.
Okay, terabytes. That's a new number. I mean, how many zeros is that?
Yeah, a lot. So, what I want to ask though is, and again, I'm not judging you. I'm not trying to, you know, inflict shit on you or anything like that. Because I got stupid shit on my phone too. Don't get me wrong. But what made you want to download those videos?
I don't know. Like I said, it's during that dark time.
Just dark time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know why. Or, you know, hell, I'm going to hit download and went to erase. I don't know.
Okay.
You know, because I'm not too phone savvy.
Yeah.
Like I said, like you said, that amount and this and that and this and that, and, you know, some of these days sites and all that.
Yeah. Well, I guess why those videos and not every other video they sent?
Huh?
Like, did you save specific videos because those looked more appealing to you, or were they just random, or like how do we get to those videos?
Wow, Susie, that's crazy.
I don't know. Honestly, I probably thought I was downloading another video and ended up downloading. You know how you get.
Right.
You know, oh shit, I meant this one. You know.
Right. I got you. Oh man, I'm starting to feel it, bro. That snow's no joke.
Oh God, you're feeling it now. Now you wonder why I'm over here shaking.
I know, bro. Golly, man. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So, what ages? What are the age ranges of videos do you think that we downloaded for whatever reason?
Shit.
Yeah, all this says is live catch Alabama.
Maybe the 11, 12.
11, 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Are these video? Oh. Shit. How's it going, sir?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hi, great. We're just having a conversation here with Jeff. Basically, there's some videos of like 12-year-olds you got to get rid of on your phone, right? There's some videos on your phone of like 12-year-olds that you got to get rid of, right?
Yeah.
Okay. People sent you videos of like nude 4-year-olds and all that shit. That just randomly is that kind of what? Okay.
Randomly on there.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing? I'm good. How are you?
And you sent your dick pic to this 12-year-old once or twice on accident or whatever? Okay.
Okay. Is this where you live? Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all
just having a little
that the cops?
conversation?
Absolutely. Is your phone here or is it in the camper?
It's here.
It's on you right now?
No, man.
Oh, it's in the camper.
Just keep talking to him 1 second. I need my phone call.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, see, did your relatives call or something like that? No.
Are the cops on the way? What's going on?
I thought you said I went in and drove trouble.
Well, I mean, I didn't fucking call anybody. Who the hell would have called?
I don't know.
That's what I just told him. Like, we're just having a conversation, so I don't know. Yeah, is anybody home right now, maybe, or?
No, my cousin is up next door, but I wouldn't think they'd call the law.
Yeah, what the fuck? Maybe because they saw my truck.
No.
Oh, you know what? It was that guy that stepped in front of my truck, remember?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say they'd call the law.
No, I don't think he called him, but I'm saying, like, maybe somebody saw him walking up and down the street, and you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I don't know.
God, I'm going to jail.
I don't think that should be the case. I mean, I already vouched for you. Like I said, you're going to get rid of them, so, I mean, I think we should just tell them, like, we're good, and, like, we don't need you here. Like, I think we should just tell them, like, we're all good here.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah, let's go. Oop. One of your chat logs dropped. All right.
This private property anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, I think he's on the phone. I guess.
I wonder how, like, deep woods, Alabama they are. Like, I wonder if he's going to have a signal this whole time. Or if he's even going to make it out of there.
I guess we can just chill here until he's done.
Yeah, Nate Minton. I'm thinking they're in kind of the middle of nowhere, Alabama.
Your buddy didn't call, did he?
Hey, did you call the cops? Yeah, he doesn't have service out here.
Huh?
He doesn't have service out here. Huh.
Hey, you ain't got service out here?
I don't got no service. Well, I called you when I was still.
Alex better be careful.
On to fucking Mosley.
He could disappear
really?
in these parts. That's Main Street in the capital, Alabama. Yeah.
Oh, those are just police lights, Jeff.
Oh, those are just police lights. Oh, don't worry about that. That's just the police coming. You're good.
What's your name? Jeff Mosley. Oh, Jeff Mosley? Okay.
Oh, that dropped.
And you live in the camper there?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I'm going to let you sit in the back of my car, okay? Okay. Just for a few minutes. You're not under arrest right now, nothing like that, okay? I got somebody going to come speak with you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Come on back and you're going to sit in my vehicle. Get you out cold.
Yeah, you're not under arrest yet.
I don't know yet.
Yeah, guys, we tried to get this guy last month, but we thought he wasn't home. But apparently, so his listed address was a trailer there, but I guess it's to relatives. And we knocked on the neighbor's door, and the neighbor's like, "No, he lives in the camper." We never even noticed his camper last month, but this is the last bus of the trip. Been on the road for like almost a month.
Man, it's cold.
It is cold.
I heard about all I need to hear.
Yeah.
So, investigators on his way out here.
Yeah, and we have the whole video of him saying all this stuff. And these messages here are him talking to who he thought was a 12-year-old girl. We have a group that goes around the country doing this. We're from Houston, but we've been to Alabama so many times.
I got one.
We've been to Alabama so many times.
A lot of arrests here in this state. We haven't been to Etowah County yet, but I mean, it's all kind of laid out right here. And we have everything digitally as well to send you guys. Wait, so you're saying when there's probable cause, the predator gets detained, put it in a cost? No. There's no.
Y'all came to the pictures again?
Yes, sir. Yep. Don't get my name. You know, guys, in South Carolina, you know, I don't know if you hear all that say, but are you authorized to do this and then just fucking let the pedo go with his phone? Where's my wallet at? Oh, I see it. Got it.
Can you pass it on?
Say again?
Can you pass it on?
Oh, yeah. But, you know, South Carolina is changing for the better, slowly but surely. Yeah, buddy.
I don't think it's a cheap camera. I think they just don't really have good service where they are, out in the middle of nowhere, Alabama.
Here's my ID, officer. And everything on that's right.
Susie, it seems like this is just some old guy pedophile that lives in a trailer out in the middle of nowhere, Alabama. I don't think it's South Carolina. It says here live catch Alabama. I think he was referring to what happens when he's in South Carolina, when he mentioned South Carolina.
Called the investigator.
Okay.
He lives about 10, 15 minutes away anyway. He's going to come.
All right.
So I'm just going to knock out a little bit of my paperwork.
Yep. Sounds good.
I'm sure you're freezing.
A little bit.
Yeah. So you can get back in the car as soon as he gets there. I'll come up there and get you.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
And we will go from there, okay?
All right. Thank you.
I'll give you license. Hold on one second.
Okay. Good way to end the trip, guys. Been a month on the road.
Go ahead and give me a cell phone number.
It's going to be a 832-723-6937.
What? We're just going to hold what we got. And like I said, I'll come up here and get you in just a second.
All right. We'll be right there. Appreciate it. Dude, good way to end the trip. Holy shit. Thought he wasn't going to be, well, thought we were not going to find this guy. I'm live on Twitter, dude. Yeah, so I moved the chairs up some so I can get some signal. Yeah, guys, we were talking to this guy for like probably 45 minutes before I went live on the Twit. But our YouTube is Predator Poachers, which you can just listen to, go on there. Oh my God. Yeah, I knew this. I knew this guy would be a CP fuck. The CP trader, guys. Here. Bro, I like how he was totally just unfazed by Governor in front of the car. Like, he's like, oh, I guess this is... What a great guy.
He came out. Should I walk in front of him?
Yeah, nice.
So we should follow that for next ones.
Yeah, guys. But anyway, this full video will be on X for subscribers. Oh, I think our signal's fucking up on here. Yeah.
Alright, well, I mean, it's over anyway. I guess back to this Wonder Bread guy situation.
And if you think I'm joking about that last one,
Here's Johnny.
enter DeviantArt. Around March 18th, 2016, Merlogic created his DeviantArt account and soon thereafter uploaded his first commissioned work, an artwork aptly titled A Gated White Bread Community. In a prototype of his later popular commissions, this artwork features Asami from The Legend of Korra being dutifully served a white bread and mayonnaise sandwich by an enslaved Winter from the show Ruby.
Millennia
And that
coin,
was the beginning of the end
almost $10.
for anyone with
Trump
eyes.
coin
Because
bounced
since
back
that
up.
fateful post, Merlogic has spent in excess of 4 to 5 figures on dozens and dozens and dozens of similar commissioned artworks featuring evil, wealthy, malicious, thick blonde women buying surreal amounts of Wonder Bread at the grocery store.
What is going on
And
here?
it does have to be Wonder Bread. And bear in mind that 4 to 5 figures may be a conservative estimate. Funny Junk certainly thinks so. And as Merlogic himself somewhat confirms in our recent Discord call,
the answer is nobody knows, and I don't even know, so that means no one is ever going to know, but just note that since people charge different rates and you have to calculate all those different rates, it's like an impossibly incomprehensible number. So to make, fun out of it,
Adding
when people
numbers
say,
together
how much money
is
have
hard.
you realistically spent? I'm like, I don't know, how much money is there in the Federal Reserve? How much gold bricks are there in Fort Knox?
so sure, he spent a ton of money on it, and sure, it would probably burst into flame if permitted within 200 feet of a school zone. But how do we know, without a shadow of a doubt, that this isn't just innocent, if very weird-looking fan art? Let's quickly go over the anatomy of fetish art. So let's take a step back for a second. Try and remember a time when you were scrolling mindlessly and you came upon an illustration that contained nothing of any adult nature, yet had a bizarre focus on something that felt out of place. Not a meme, a regular, sincere drawing. Something in the back of your brain may have been signaling to you, there's something here that I don't quite understand, and it's making me uncomfortable, but what the hell is it? And that's the rub with fetish art. You know it when you see it, and you don't know why. So here are some reliable ways to tell. A bizarre emphasis on what should be an unimportant part of the scene. An outfit no normal woman would ever wear. A setting
Women,
usually detached from time and space and existing for a highly singular purpose.
That was popular.
And a scenario that in the real world would play out as deeply mentally ill behavior. And a lot of the time, there's nothing sexual in it. That's the craziest thing. And that is what makes it simultaneously so easy to spot and yet so hard to describe. Now, artistically, Mer's commissions are nothing crazy, right? You have your basic rule of thirds composition, and occasionally you have an explanatory caption. Merlogic prefers a semi-anime or kind of like blended Western cartoony look, though he does make exceptions for My Little Pony AI. You know you're dealing with a Mer classic if you can spot a mean, mom-coded hot blonde with Hartman hips, either in the process of mowing down a forest to make a sandwich factory, or just buying the bread herself in the store. It's all part of the fetish. Bonus points if she's loudly discussing on the phone her plans.
All right, so what would happen if this guy and the bread needler, the baked goods bandit, got together? Would they fight? The baked goods bandit, would he want to destroy this art?
for world domination and gloating over how evil and greedy she is. My guess is that's a little bit of exhibitionism, but we'll never know. So the burning question, right? Why Wonder Bread? Why this? And how do you even figure out that you're into this? 2018, a massive year for the white woman Wonder Bread fandom and a gift to curious minds everywhere. Because as Merlogic himself explained,
this actually goes way farther back. Like, we're talking like all the way into my childhood. One example I can tell you off the top of my head is when I went on the Dick show, and Dick asked the question, I was like, what was your first earliest memory of this? And he was shocked when I gave him the answer when I said, well, when I was watching Dexter's Lab one day, and I was watching the episode where Dee Dee and Dexter are forced to be in each other's rooms. Dee Dee, you know, has now full access to Dexter's Lab. And if anybody who's ever Dexter's Lab knows, Dee Dee likes to break things. Dexter has these horrible nightmare sequences where Dee Dee is immediately rampaging inside his lab and just breaking things. And I'm sitting down and I'm watching Dee Dee in these nightmare sequences destroy Dexter's Lab, and I'm enthralled with it. Like, I can't look away. It's just so shamelessly evil.
And you may be thinking to yourself, this is absolutely crazy. This has got to be like the only dude who's ever been into this stuff.
No.
As this funny junk anon explains in a thread later that year, I have the same fetish as this guy.
Why would anyone think that only one person is into something weird? There's a lot of fucking weirdos out there. Snack, we don't know what we're watching, but we're watching it.
So let me try and explain. It's a power dynamic thing. Girls belittling people and being cruel is a common fetish, and that same type of behavior is often displayed in cartoons by characters destroying the environment. As for the mayo, smoking, and processed foods, that's a bit of an extension to the anti-environmentalism stuff, since those are seen as
aliens
unhealthy
stop by
or
briefly
unnatural.
and they get the fuck
The
out of here.
idea is that the girl, with disdain for the earth or natural things,
They're
is
like,
polluting her own body with things that are...
What if there was an alien that showed up in 2000, read the news about the bread squeezer, was like, dude, let's check back in 25 years, see if they've evolved. Then they come back in 25 years and watch this fucking video.
Unhealthy. And he goes on. In other words, this guy likes doming via white bread, but he also likes the visceral greed, right? It's not just the doming, it's the total disrespect for the environment and the absolutely irrational consuming desire to take anything good and wholesome and natural and corrupt it into something corporate and bland. It's somewhere between a doming thing and a corruption thing, and it seems that the bread is just where his mind landed. One thing that Merlogic makes an effort to cite is the fact that Dr. Blight from Captain Planet perfectly encapsulates this mentality.
Next stream,
It dawned on me, it's
my
like,
entire background is
Captain
going to be
Planet
Wonder
the
Bread
only
art.
Instance where they had one villain who was a female who hates the environment. And it dawned on me, it's like, why am I not commissioning this right now? And that's the story of how all these evil women came to be.
She's an utter simplification of the concept of greed in a package that a child can understand. And clearly, something about this had quite the impact on him. Not to mention the one sequence where she becomes giant, but I feel like that doesn't factor in here, but if you know, you know.
I'm assuming this guy's having a field day with AI art. He doesn't have to pay anyone to commission it anymore.
But no discussion of Merlogic could ever be complete without addressing the controversy. Shadman. I promise this is relevant. For those who don't know...
This really is nowhere near the weirdest thing on the internet, though. Like, as far as... I mean, it's weird, but... it's the internet. So some guy likes bread a little too much. One guy wants to squeeze it to death, another guy wants to fuck it. Yeah, welcome to the internet.
Shadman is a deeply controversial artist whose claim to fame can best be summed up as drawing hentai of his mother,
aliens, I'm in danger. Yeah.
Children,
Mayday,
and
mayday.
Occasionally Teen Titans and Overwatch. While the Shad lore is extensive and disgusting and frankly deserving of its own video, suffice to say that this is an artist who's been around the block in terms of drawing objectionable
transmission
content.
talking about
But what
bread
goes
cake
up
doesn't
must
even
come
move
down.
the needle
And though
on
2018
internet
was a
weird, right?
great year for the Wonder Bread art world, it wasn't without its major drawbacks. Sometime that year, Merlogic contacted Shadman hoping for a commission. Notably, Merlogic claims that at this time he was not aware of Shadman's reputation whatsoever.
Before I even got to that point, I'm just a little young Mer going around asking people for different commissions. I don't do background checks on any of the characters that I, ask for commissions because,
So let me stop you right there. One quick thing. I'm just curious how that's the case because Shadman is the type of guy where his reputation absolutely precedes him.
Kimba says, I'm really looking forward to 4 years of everyone hiding their crazy. You're not going to get that.
Not knowing.
You're going to be disappointed. The crazy might come out even more.
I know it sounds unbelievable, but I truly do believe that I am the commission equivalent of Forrest Gump, where I just run into people and I just ask them stuff, and then one thing leads to another.
And somehow, despite being denied a commission request by a borderline world-famous internet pedophile, it was only downhill from there. And as more and more people became familiar with Merlogic's antics, he ceased to be an actual human being and started to embody this avatar of utter DeviantArt degeneracy. And it was kind of obscurity ever since. So where is Merlogic in current year? In researching this video, I have come across no fewer than 127 unique Merlogic commissions, and those were only the ones that I could find by crawling Google images. The legacy lives on. Merlogic is still very active online, and he often receives free Wonder Bread art through Twitter, where he has also made extensive use of the reply feature whenever he sees an artwork or a character that he deems mer-coded. And there is mer-coded lore, but frankly, I covered all the prerequisites, so you know it when you see it. While it seems that Wonder Bread outlived its peak popularity some years ago, it has not gone by any stretch of the imagination. And while DeviantArt is obviously past its prime, you must remember that DeviantArt did for weird fish art what Fire did for the human race, and that's worth admiring. And with the advent of AI, the coom is seemingly endless. One can only hope that unlike weird art drama of years past...
Okay. I'm done with you, lady. Alright guys, hate to do it because this has been fun. But tomorrow's going to be even more fun. I'm going to end the stream and end my fast as well at the same time. Go watch some playoff football. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's the real fun. Tomorrow is when we claw America back again. We're back, baby. Frank put up her most watched video. Maybe another time. Tomorrow's stream will be super long. All day Hong. All night, perhaps. Until then, keep your hongs in your pants. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.